Jeez.
Hi, everybody. Let me share. I'm about to share this live feed to Facebook. Go to Christina's page. My God, the joys of Facebook.
This is going to be an interesting
Let me find you, Christina K. There you are. You're self-employed, imagine that. So if I... Hey, there, I'm literally looking at myself on camera. How cool is that?
It's us.
So let me share some of this.
Hi, guys. Hi, Bonnie.
Hi, everybody. As I share this, let's see. For those of you who are part of my Revitalize Johnstown group, you could find us on Revitalize Johnstown. They're a great group. We talk about political ideas. We talk about everything under the sun. And whether you love us or hate us, we're the talk of the town. Let me share this to my page. Okay.
How do I share it to the Divine Medium?
Oh, I'll show you how to do that.
I'm learning.
Let me go back to your page. The joys of technology, people. See, I said John D. Bartola just shared your video.
Oh yeah.
You share it. You go to your page. I don't know if I could share it. If I could share it from yours, I will. You click on the button that says share. Okay. Write post. In a group. I think I can. If I can do it on yours.
Wait, I can. Wait, I share. I'm sharing your video. I should probably go to my page and share. I don't know if
I could share it because I think you have to be the admin.
Well, I am the admin for my.
So you should be able to.
So wait, I have to go here and share.
Yeah, you have to do it on yours.
Okay, I'm doing it. And where do I go? Oh, here.
Under groups.
Ooh.
Divine Medium. See that?
Look at that.
So if you do that, you get more PR.
I didn't know that.
I share it everywhere. Hey, we're up to 19 people.
Yay! Okay, so you want to tell everybody what you're running for?
Good evening, everyone. My name is John D. Bartola. For those of you who don't know who I am the president of the Keystone Alliance Gay Life newsletter. I have spent my entire career advocating for civil rights. And it just so happens this election cycle, I am asking for your support. I'd like to be the mayor of Johnstown. I'm a Democrat, but truthfully, I don't represent corporations. I'm not backed by the corruption. I'm an average person who's probably the most dangerous candidate you will ever see, because I will say the things that no one else will say. I'll expose the corruption, and I'm tired of the lies and the games. That's what I'm telling people. I want to see our system change. We need a shakeup. Our town needs to be revitalized. The only way that's going to happen is with new blood. We have to end the corruption. So that's who I am. That's what I stand for. In the next few hours, we'll talk about some of the campaign issues. I want this to be an uplifting forum. If you type us comments, hi Nancy, I'll try to read this. I don't do many web pods. I am a talk show host on Channel 21 in Pittsburgh. For the last 10 years, I've been online. I do bad comedy. I interview politicians. For those of you who read my column in the Gay Life newsletter, I'm the Agony Aunt author. I poke fun at politicians. I will have celebrity people, and I'll make fun of local politicians, and I do it with a sense of humor, because if you can laugh at yourself and expose what's going on, we don't have enough of that in Johnstown. People are too scared. Oh, I got a like. Thank you. Yay. I'll let you do some rant. Fix my glasses.
Me and John go way back, but the reason I wanted him to come and talk today is because I see the anguish he goes through and the things that he's trying to change. And it reminds me of someone else in my family that is a politician and is trying to do the same thing.
Frank.
Yeah.
Frank Burns. Frank Burns, if you're watching, Frank, I love you. You're a great guy.
I'm just really proud of him, and he does such amazing work, and he doesn't take anything from anybody. Like, they offered him a car and a phone, and he was like, no, I don't want anything.
Who offered him a phone? On a car?
That's the government.
Oh my God. Well.
And he was like, I don't want any of it. He just wanted to help, and he every year gets elected because people are noticing the changes he's making. Push out the pusher, and he just did something for pets, adopting pets. He's just amazing, and he reminds me a little bit of you. And I wanted you to talk about changing, because Johnstown is so depressed. There's too much drugs going on. There's too much covering up. I mean, just the other day, 2 days ago, I got pushed off the road by some guy, And the cop told me when he showed up, we can't do anything. His registration is in Philly. Okay, so what? I gave you the license plate. Go find him.
So they couldn't arrest him?
Yeah, it's just lazy. And I come from a line of cops, and just anymore with the police, it's just lacking motivation. They don't want to do the paperwork. They don't want to help you. And people are just out doing whatever they want because they know the police aren't going to do nothing. And then there's other police that are just getting so frustrated and taking it out on people. And those guys need either counseling or taken off the force for a while. I don't know. That's just...
The police force has been a complaint of mine. I've been on the news complaining. For those of you who remember back, I want to say 6 months ago, we had a local police officer who overdosed. The rumor is he had a hammer knocking into the safe to steal drugs and he just got released from another police department. Our police need better sensitivity training. The police need to be more focused on the people. We're down to 37 police officers. They have 3 more openings they're about to hire for, but we're understaffed. Johnstown at one time had 100 cops. And I want to say that there are many good police officers. If I was mayor, if you gave me your vote, and I'm a Democrat, you can write me in as a Republican, God knows if I'd win either one. I want to see changes to the police department. I want to see the way they interact with people. I want to see better social skills, and we need to get the crime under wraps.
I grew up with a good portion of the older guys because of my dad. He was captain at Richmond Police Department, so I grew up with these people. You know what I mean? And my brother's a cop in Westmont. Like it's in our line of family. And when I saw my dad put his uniform on, it taught me honor that he was going out and trying to help people. And he always said that to me. I always said, I always used to tell him be careful, and he goes, as long as I'm helping people, it doesn't matter. God has me. God has me. So
one of the ways we can help the police force, I have been a big advocate of trying to expose the corruption with the drug forfeiture account. For those of you who don't know what that is, whenever there is a drug bust or a drug arrest, our police, whether it's the county drug task force or the state police, city police, they confiscate drugs. I originally was told it was a slush fund used to fund nepotism, political paybacks. I wanted to prove it. I couldn't get the information, so I filed a right-to-know request with the city. I have all the audit sheets from the city records. They're handwritten. It's a mess. They're claiming it's $44,000. I believe it's in the hundreds, if not more, just for the city portion. I was asked to take the records off online. Where's this money being spent? And our district attorney is covering it up with everything she has, and I want to know why. So I filed appeal to the Office of Open Records. I've been online vocally trashing. Yes, I said the word trash, people. I want to know where this money is spent. Once I asked for the drug forfeiture account, I found out the county had a DUI account. For those of you who don't know what that is, the DUI account, every time you get a DUI, you're charged $3, $4, $5, $7, $10,000 that you have to pay in restitution. That money, where does it go? Filed an appeal because I was denied the information. Believe it or not, we get about $2 million a year in that account. When I actually received the expenditures, because I had to fight for it from the state, flowers, meals, junkets, shouldn't this money be used to hire more cops, pay for services, buy equipment? And I have these questions because if we would just start not mismanaging our funding, use the money for what it should go to, and actually tell the citizens how we're spending the money, whether it's tax dollars, income, whatever, things would be different. That's my opinion.
Mm-hmm. It's just things need to change. It's just like 2 days ago when I got pushed and I was going up the hill and he was doing this behind my car and I'm like, what is happening right now? And I'm trying to get out of the way, and the bus Camtran saw what was going on, was trying to get out of my way because I was getting blocked in and pushed into a ditch. I finally went around the Camtran and went into the turning lane, and he drives past me going, blah, blah, blah. I'm like,
oh my
what
gosh.
is he on? And he's driving? So I get behind him, and he goes around the Camtran, almost clips some guy in the other lane, right by Habits, the beer company, because you can't go. It's not a 2-lane, it's a 1 lane, and there's no, going around anybody, but he goes around, goes up to the hospitals. So I follow him up to the hospitals, I call his license plate in, okay, Tango Bravo Kilo 4886.
And you remember it, the police training.
Yeah,
oh my God.
He pulls into the valet at the hospital, pretending like he's dropping his car off. So I pull into the valet parking lot, and I'm watching him. So he's pretending like he's parking his car. So I'm waiting. I'm still on the phone with 911. I go, okay, he's pulling. So he saw me park there, went did a U-turn, and I didn't know he cut down into that straight acres. So I went down the parking lot, and he met me.
You're in a soap opera.
He locked me into the parking lot. So I go up over the curve, and I go, "Oh, hey, you wanted a description? Here it is." Because I was looking right at him, and I gave him a description. I pulled right out in front of traffic on Franklin.
To give you all a little background on me, if you look at my throat, I was a mute for 7 years. I had 6 tumors taken out of my throat. I was 18 when I was diagnosed. I never smoked a day in my life. I don't drink. Once in a blue moon, I have a shot. I can't do it. My throat won't handle it. So for me to have been sick for 7 years and 14 surgeries, 3 years of vocal restoration, I think that prepared me to be an outspoken activist. I am not running alone for office. I have a running mate, one of my best friends, Joseph Taranto.
He's actually really nice. I met him.
Yes, he is running for Johnstown City Council. Joe is an amazing activist. He's intellectual, intelligent, smart. He knows politics, and he's a good, honest man. And I need people like that to help me run. And you need to vote for Joe, people. You need to make a change. In addition, my good friend Dan Stonebrook is running for Greater Johnstown School Board. Dan is running to create a change in the school board. For those of you who follow me online, I have been probably the biggest critic of the school district. I'm the one that exposed with the other parents group the nepotism, the $136,000 payout. I have the 2 freedom of speech lawsuits. One is with Dan. Our school district is controlling the entire town. I've said this on the news. We have 3 independents who are going to be running in the November election. Yes, Bobby, if you're watching this, we're not done with you. We intend to take over and stop the corruption, because it's time that we bring a change to the school district. I've been a big outward activist for saying to people, City Hall does not control Johnstown. If I'm elected as mayor, that's going to change. We're not going to allow the Union Social Club or Bobby or the Akirios to control this town, to control our people. And as a candidate, I am willing to say this. I know it's not popular. Our town doesn't want to hear the truth, and they're scared. And they shouldn't be. So many of the parents have come forward to me and the other people that are helping me do all this, and they've been saying, we're scared of retaliation, because if we open our mouths, their shields, if you know what a political shield is, goes online and trashes them, attacks their work, attacks their family.
I actually wanted to mention that I've been bullied most of my life, and so has my daughter. So when I saw John sticking up for people that their kids were being bullied, and these politicians or whoever, these councilmen, weren't doing anything to help these kids, I'm sorry. You would not be able to hold me back in that meeting. There would be no way I'd be showing up. But then I saw what they were doing to John, like putting him in cartoons and
Queen John,
like doing all this weird stuff. I'm like, are you not grown-ups?
No, they're not.
It's no wonder you're covering up the bullying, because you're doing the bullying yourself. You shouldn't even be in office. You should be removed. I'm sorry, but it's true.
If you all know Johanna Baratko, she's a very good friend of mine. Johanna, if you're watching, we love you. Johanna's son is gay. He tried to kill himself. She went in front of the school board with me.
What is that? Sanctuary City?
I don't believe we do. What's the name?
I don't think that is.
Wilma. No, we don't, Wilma.
And guys, the point of today was to talk about what's going on in Johnstown. Somebody said, well, when do we get into the spirit talk? Later on, I wanted to talk about what's going on with John and to try to get people to understand what he's trying to do for our town. It's corrupted, it's being bullied, and us little people are not getting a voice, and John's our voice. So let's,
when I first met Christina 2 years ago, and I had a reading, she told me 2 years ago I'd be running for mayor. You tell him, since you're...
I did.
I laugh.
He goes, you're out of your mind.
Running
It's not
for mayor.
happening. That was 2 years ago, yeah.
And you said I was going to win. My first endorsement as a local business owner who said he's going to win, he's going to win.
I said, you're going to run for office? He goes, what? No, I'm not. He goes, I don't want the headache. No, that's not happening.
Well, for those of you,
Let's do it.
I announced I was running for mayor, and then within a matter of a week, I heard the forces of evil claimed I was a pedophile, I was a sexual predator. I was all over the news because I had the nerve to say that Johnstown deserves non-discrimination and hate crimes protection to protect all of our citizens. These protections, everywhere else has them. Our town needs to step forward into the 21st century. Mm-hmm. So when I did this, I was bashed for it. And for those forces who are watching, Christina, what are you holding? I'm trying to read comments as I talk.
It's a shung night. Okay, this is what happened. You guys know my big crystal that's real shiny and pretty. Well, I was doing a reading for Jeff Buck, if everybody knows Jeff Buck. I was doing a group reading, and Jeff Buck popped into the reading, and I'm like, what is he doing here? So I said, is somebody here for Jeff Buck? And off to the right, off to the right, I had like 2 or 3 people saying that they were there for him, or that if he had something to say, they'd listen. Well, I went over later and started talking to the chief's wife, and the crystal that I have been using for like 3 years just dropped and broke in half. And Jeff said the smaller piece was to go to his girlfriend, the bigger piece was to go to the chief, because he had said where one life is not done, the other one was.
Okay.
So he was saying, I replaced my life for yours so that you can continue on. And I needed a new crystal to do readings, and this one jumped out at me at where I go to get my crystals, and I was like, I don't know about a black crystal. That's kind of freaky. So I looked it up, and I was like, it's everything I'm going through.
So what does this do?
It's they call it the Mystic Protection Stone.
I need protection, people.
So it protects my readings, and I honestly have to say, since I've gotten it,
I like it.
My audience over here that doesn't want to be
We
on
have a
camera,
live audience feed.
She knows, but my readings have been on fire. Like, I'm getting names and dates. And
I'm going to put you on the spot later after I prepare. But for those of you who are following the school district battle, Johanna was arrested because she swore at the school board. Her son tried to kill himself. We made national news. We went through 3 court hearings. We had to fight them tooth and nail. And
it was Rose's group reading that my crystal broke at. That was her reading.
Hi, Rose. But we fought for this.
I got a new crystal.
The course of fighting with the school district, and yes, it's a war because they're coming after us, I started finding out about the connection with the school district and the city council and the county and the district attorney and our state rep. And it's been one unraveling after another trying to find how they're spending our tax dollars. So it's been a big quest for me. I don't know if the people are going to support this, and if Joe and I and Dan are going to win the election. We're not politicians. We're people. Mm-hmm. You hear that all the time, but I'm running a grassroots campaign. I don't have money to spend. I work as a counselor for Adelphi Village. I have the talk show on PCTV 21. I'm not rich, people. I drive a Honda. I live in a small house on Bedford Street, and I am here to tell you all the things that politicians are never supposed to say because I'm an activist. We're hosting a lecture on April 17th over the Bill 5, a non-discrimination talk. It's online. We have speakers, educators. We are going to tell you the truth about why we need non-discrimination protections, hate crimes protections, and why we need to change our town's perception of who we are.
John, I have a question for you.
Yes.
Would you consider having volunteers help you?
I've been very shy of not having a campaign committee, only because
I was sitting here kind of thinking, I wonder how we could help him.
I'll tell you how you can help. Share my banner on Facebook, but the most important thing you can do is vote. On May 16th, we're all Democrats. Whoever wins the Democratic nomination is probably going to be in November because there's no competition running. That's been the secret to Johnstown politics. We're all Democrats. In the last election 4 years ago, I believe only 1,522 people voted out of 22,000. What does that tell you? So basically 2% of the population. You heard talk about the mythical 2%.
Well, it's either they're afraid or they don't really think an outcome's going to happen.
And then when you factor in the alleged allegations of the 300 absentee ballots, we've heard the rumors that the school has their people put in absentee ballots. They come in afterwards and they shift the outcome of the election. Is that true? I don't have proof. I've heard about it. We know that some of the school block will actually pay their people to use a vacation day to work the polls. Is that true? I question that. What I hope people do is turn out to vote. Whether you vote for me or others, your voice has to be heard. If we have a larger voter turnout in this May 16th election where we get 3,000 people, you'll be sending a clear message to our government that you're watching and you care. If you don't make the time on Tuesday, May 16th to vote, nothing changes. And this is the government that you pick. And that's how I feel about it.
Yeah.
Oh, I got a like for that. Just one. The stray like. Oh, thank you, Wilma. You could write me in, and you could write Joe in as a Republican as well. God forbid I would lose the Democratic nod, but I would get... Oh, I got a bunch of likes. If you're Republicans, if you would write us in, John D. Bartola, Joseph Taranto for City Council, me for Mayor. If there was 100 of us, we'd make the nomination for a Republican and be able to hold on until November. And that would be the biggest shock of all. Mm-hmm. People love a circus and a soap opera. Read my column. I'm always talking about the politicians.
I think I'm the only one that doesn't. No drama.
Thousands of people read my column. I've been the editor of the Gay Life newsletter for 18 years.
I used to write for you.
You were one of my columnists. And I found out 10 years ago when I had some political issues that when you do things through humor, my God, do people laugh. Well, all the likes are coming up.
I know.
I like to poke fun, and I poke fun on myself. I use the character of Ross Geller from Friends for the Johnny the Tree character. That's me. When I poke fun at the DA for the DUI count and the drug forfeiture count, I call her Caitlyn Jenner. And I use a big picture of Caitlyn, and I know she hates it, but she kind of looks like Caitlyn Jenner. When I talk about County Controller Ed Cernick. Hi, Greg. I use Matlock, because I think he looks like Matlock, and I think there's a humor to it. For the county commissioners, I use Columbo for Tom Cherninsky. Oh, yes, Dan. Dan can be written in for Republican, too. I have my fans watching. Dan Stonerook. He is running. Make sure you vote for him as well. But these characters, and for those of you who follow the local politics, I use George Meredith for Jack Williams, the church lady for Charlene Stanton. And you have to laugh at some of this, because I laugh at myself all the time, people. And if I can laugh at myself and I was called a pedophile and a sexual predator and strippers and booze, you can laugh at yourself too.
God.
Well, it's true. It happened. I asked for a proclamation from the city council for the newsletter's 15th anniversary. Hi, Brandy. And Brandy, I'll probably see you at Easter if you're watching. Brandy's a good friend of mine. I see her. She just commented. And Greg, I have a TV show on Channel 21. Thank you so much. Wednesday nights at 11 p.m.
Is that towards me?
I think Greg Widman is talking about you. You are a beautiful lady.
I'm all right.
Shiny hair. She was worried she didn't put enough makeup on before we went on live webpad.
Because Giselle, where's your chapstick at?
Strippers, yes, Greg. They claimed that the newsletter was hosting strippers and booze, giving alcohol to minors. If you Google me and look it up from 3 years ago, we had to get an apology from the city. It was a mess. And it's about perception and attacking segments of our community with misinformation and myth truths. If you follow some of the trash postings of Joe and I and Dan online, it's astounding. I read some of this, and I read it all, people. I fess up. I have that narcissistic, I want to see it. I laugh. I'm from Cali. Yes, you laugh or go crazy, Wilma. But I came here today, when Christina told me I was going to be mayor, I laughed. The fact that she's my first endorsement, and she's openly saying as a psychic I'm going to win.
Oh, psychic, I hate that word.
I'm sorry, medium. What do you like to do? Spiritualist?
I don't even like to.
Clairvoyant?
Can you just call me a communicator?
Communicator with the... Okay. The great communicator.
Like the hostess with the mostest.
What do you see for this campaign? I'm going to put you on the spot.
Well, basically what I told you this morning when I was putting my makeup on. I saw me walking in your office, and there's some lady that's there that, like, does your scheduling, and I go, he knows I'm coming, right? And she's like, yeah, just go in. And we started talking about some more programs that we were already putting in plan, like the detox program for drug addiction. There was another one for animals. We were trying to get, like, what is it, SPCA? We were trying to get something like similar like that going for the animals that are running around.
The drug forfeiture money, and if we actually put enough political pressure on the DUI account, the DUI account I know now is in excess of about $2 million a year. They're I hate to trash anybody. I know, God forbid. They were spending $1,200 a pop on yoga. Not to trash yoga. I think yoga is a great thing, but when our tax dollars from a DUI account that should be used towards prevention, hiring specialists, police, and you're putting it towards yoga or hiring trainers who really don't need to spend the money, I'd rather see $2 million go to hiring 10 more cops, buying more cop cars, putting it towards things that are actually going to help the entire community. Like you just said, creating programs that are going to benefit everyone.
Well, you said about drugs and cops. Right against my wall here is a little cubby between two buildings. And what they've been doing is taking the brick up and dropping drugs and putting the brick back. Mm-hmm. Well, I took a whole freaking brick and took it in the shop.
And that needs to stop.
Don't do drugs around my shop because I will out you so fast.
You know, one of the biggest problems we have in Johnstown is blight. People see how... I live by a condemned house. I'm not really thrilled about it. It ruins my property values. I own a home. My house is probably worth $10,000 because of all the problems on Bedford Street. Mm-hmm. How do we fix blight? We can't knock all these homes down. We have to attract people here. Can you imagine what would happen if we actually created 1,000 jobs and had 1,000 people move here to this community? People live in these homes. My running mate, Joseph Taranto, is the chairman of the Housing Authority. Joe had mentioned an idea about finding a way to get these people to use Section 8 money to buy some of these blighted homes, fix them up. They live here, they take pride, and they actually reinvest in our community. If we actually start doing these programs and bring people back, imagine what would happen with 1,000 families moving here in the next year. And every time we get a new job, that's one more family here, brings to the tax base, and it improves things. And that's what we need to do.
Yeah.
Bring people back.
Yeah, but the only thing that makes me nervous is about bringing people back here and there's drugs already rampant. Who's to say that those new people don't get onto drugs and then it just gets worse?
Well, when you bring people back, you have to educate and you have to have programs in
I
place.
see what you're saying.
Our school system is so weak. When you look at the Greater Johnstown School District, I know I'm your #1 fan, Bobby, but when you realize that they want to sell the middle school, close it down, where do our kids go? We have to bolster the children, educate them at that stage. And I know I'm running for mayor talking about the school board and the DA and the county commissioners as well as the city, but they're all interconnected. If I'm elected as mayor, you're going to see me at the school board meetings, at the commissioners meetings, going to the DA. You're going to have a mayor who's going to say, I'm standing up for the people. I am not bought off.
Wait, I need to find that picture.
What picture are you looking for?
Of you standing in front of the council, standing up for that woman.
Was it the school board or the council?
The school board.
Was that Johanna?
I believe so. I want to try to find it so
I've advocated for several parents in the district. I'm willing to advocate for anyone who needs help. I know people are scared. We need to make a change. Mm-hmm. The county commissioners and I have a lawsuit right now. We go to court the next month, give or take. For those of you who know what the Child Development Corporation is, they have a series of contracts. God knows how much money they get from the school. Political transfusion, Greg, I agree. I want to know how much Bobby Acurio is being paid from the county commissioners. They claim he doesn't get paid out of their fund, that it's paid through by the corporation. I have documents from the school stating he works there. I want to know, because if it's a $20,000 a year job, no one cares. If he's getting paid 6 digits, I've just unearthed with Joe the nepotism at the Greater Johnstown School District. All the parents who are with us backing us, and people like Robin Kometz, Johanna, Terry Smith, Dan Stonerook, a lot of these people are fighting for change. We need answers. We need to know how the money's being spent, and then spend it appropriately. Imagine if our tax dollars and the income coming in from all this money was spent the way it should be. We could revitalize our community on the money we have existing, enhance the programs we have, and there'd be less corruption, the people would be happy, we'd fix up the blighted homes, we would change things. Mm-hmm. Oh, thanks, James. But these are things we have to do. And it's not easy, people. I'm constantly criticizing, constantly calling for change. I know people are watching. I know, yes, my friend Dan Stonerook, who is running for school board, his slogan is, more A's in the classroom, less in the administration. For those of you who are watching our protest at the school 2 years ago, that's a direct reference to the Acurio family. There's no longer a Acurio high for the town. Johnstown needs bought back by the people, not by one ruling family who controls our DA, our state rep, our county commissioners, our magistrates, used to control our president judge. We need change. Mm-hmm. And I know it's very unusual to have a mayoral candidate who's going to go on a live feed in my community with thousands of people watching and say, here's what's wrong with our community. People, I'm right here. If I win, you could expect this for 4 more years. If I lose, guess what? I'm going to continue to speak out, continue to post, continue to be online. I will be at all of the meetings, and I'm going to speak out because I want things to change. When I use Donald Trump's slogan, Papa Bear Trump, you're supposed to find a humor in that. Make Johnstown great again. I'm a gay Democrat running for the Democratic nod with a Republican slogan. I know it outraged the Somerset Republicans. Monica, thank you so much for your praise. We need to make a choice. And that's where I am. That's not important. But you see those programs and you see me actually winning. I'm amazed. And you have to vote for me.
I just like your office.
Gotta vote. You gotta vote. Do a Mr. President dance. And by the way, I have a sense of humor, people. When you're trashing me online later, I'll probably like it.
Greg said he has a new slogan for you.
Got cojones. Thanks, Greg. Greg's a friend of mine. He endorses my campaign too. Vote, Greg, vote. But what else do you see with this? I'm going to put you on the spot. Besides me seeing my future love. You told me this morning you see my...
Well,
I'm single, people. And I'm not ugly. Where am I,
I keep seeing him, but I kept being told he was waiting. Or he was put on wait. For the right moment. and you can't pass them up.
Christina told me when she first met me 2 years ago, I was on an accelerated timetable for 2 or 3 years to meet my future spouse. So if the time, and you said it was accelerated like a year ago, and we're,
Yeah.
Now tell me, now that I've ranted on your show, talk about your shop.
Oh, my
your
shop.
hands. Talk about your
Ooh.
business plans.
Well, we got a whole bunch of new stuff in. We got oils in, essential oils, which I've been, how long have we been wanting that? It's gotta be like 5 months. And I finally got, the funds to get it. Can I grab the camera?
Yes, go. Let's take a walk.
All right.
We are walking.
I'm gonna show you the new stalactite.
We are
just
walking.
got in. All right. So these are the new crystals, and this is the stalactite that keeps selling out, and we're just getting it in. Now that's geode.
Yeah.
This is the new stalactite. Look how pretty that thing is.
Ooh, shiny.
I know. And we got little ones because I know people can't afford the big one.
How much are they?
The little ones, I think they're like right around like 20, 22. They're not a lot, yeah. And the little stalactite
Is
hearts.
this amethyst?
That is geode amethyst, yes.
Okay.
Made into a candle, and I
That's
can't
nice.
find. This is a stalactite bracelet.
Very nice. Where'd you get
But
this?
those, I got all these, just various places that I get my stuff from. Oh my gosh, look at this aura quartz.
What is an aura quartz?
Aura quartz is just like the spirit quartz. It's just, it cleans your aura.
So am I pure now? Am I virginal again?
But this is the oils and the oil bracelets that you can do the oils with.
Okay, so these are the oils.
Yeah.
We got protective oil. Weight management. I'm always complaining about my weight, people. I
I just had somebody buy that one today. And then you
Nice.
stick your little oil in that little thing there.
Okay, and then it burn. You have a
And
little
you burn it.
candle, and you get it. Oh, okay.
Burn your little oil. Yeah, and
You
then
have
these are the
different aromas.
bracelets. You put the oil in the bracelets. I hand make all these.
Ooh, look at the pretty box.
Oh, I just got that in.
We have another. Oh, that's actually on there.
Mm-hmm. That's an amethyst. That's an
Very
amethyst
nice.
box. I love that box.
Of course, we have the sage. No, it's not marijuana. We have
Yeah, we
sage.
still have all the stuff.
what is it, white sage.
Ooh, and then wait, check this out. This is our new chakra wall. And look at all the bracelets I made.
Wow, very nice.
You know, there's the chakra bracelets. And those are every color of the chakra. So if you want to specialize in one, you just pick one of those. This is new. I have to show this. I just think this thing is so cool. It's a dragon fountain. And it lights up like a LED.
Pretty.
I know. It's so calming. It's very neat. I love it. So that was it. That's basically it. We just
Very nice.
rearranged everything and we got some stuff in. A ton of sea salt. I know everybody was asking about the sea salt bowls and sea salt, so we got a ton of those in. This thing is for money. Look at that thing.
Well, I want to touch that. I don't have any money. It's right here.
Yep.
Oh, it's heavy.
I know, it's very heavy. It's very sparkly.
So this is supposed to bring money to you?
Mm-hmm. It's a pyrite.
It kind of looks like a planet Earth globe.
I know, it's so cool.
It is cool. Yeah, very nice.
And we got a ton of pendulums in that are brand new.
What is all this stuff?
That's all sea salt.
This is sea salt.
This is our biggest seller, and we
Do
made
people eat-
sure
do
I had to
people
get all of it in.
Eat this? No.
No. You can
Nothing.
bath in it.
Wow, very nice.
What I like about this bowl is you can take those chunks out and put your crystals in, and it'll cleanse it.
Wow,
It'll cleanse your crystals, and then all the new pendulums that we got
very
in.
nice.
They're new, and we're
You
getting
have
more.
wind chimes. I like wind
Yeah,
chimes.
but nobody buys those. I think they just think it's part of the shop. Oh, look, it's my car. All right, you ready? Go sit.
Back we go from our commercial to the shop.
All right. Okay.
Anyone have any questions for me? I know there's people typing. I see over 100 comments. Wow.
Jackie, yes, I just showed the sea salt bowl, so you can get one. Okay. So does anybody have any questions?
How much is that one for the money?
Oh, let me go look.
She's gonna go look.
I'm going to look.
She's going, people. She'll be right back.
Tell them it's $38.95.
It's $38.95. To purchase the reading and angelic bundle, it says local and international. I am neither. From Jill.
Wait, what?
Question for a question.
How are you not local? Okay, you're not local here.
Hi, Matt. Tell Johanna we said hi. The shop is on Village Street in Moxham. This is the Maxim medium, even though she hates to be called a medium. Don't call me a medium.
No, I don't mind medium, but I love how he calls me the Moxham medium.
Well, that's
It
what
cracks me
you
up.
live in Maxim. And
No, I live in Westmont. My shop's in Moxham.
I thought you lived by the middle school.
Or West End, yeah.
Yeah,
in
West
the
End,
yeah.
Hi, Matt. We talked about you guys earlier.
Where's the shop?
Okay.
Oh, Victoria wants it. Oh, God. All right, I'm writing you
Write it down.
Victoria. Victoria, can you inbox me your email? Go ahead.
If you have questions for me, feel free to ask. The Our Town paper is trying to put together a mayoral debate on April 19th at the Masonic Temple. I've agreed to do it only if Jack and Frank, my competitors, agree to do it as well. I think you need to have all three of us together. Just having one or two candidates, you don't really have a debate. You need all of us together. So my stance is all or nothing. Oh, thanks, Matt.
Matt,
Or
it's
nothing.
11 to 5 weekdays, 12 to 5 Saturday, and we're closed Sunday.
So what do you want to talk about, gorgeous? You getting something spiritually topic?
Sometimes I have like a topic discussion I got going. Tonight we were kind of like winging it, like, oh, I guess
We like what you
whatever.
do. I was going to bring Christina on my show on Channel 21. We had a mishap in scheduling.
Yeah, we double booked by accident.
It's okay.
That was my That was my
It's okay.
issue. I thought he said it's going to be 2 to 5 when really it was supposed to be
You
the
wrote 10,
25th.
Well, I was meant to be here today.
I know.
You see that?
Yep.
Yes,
Local means like United States, honey.
Would you be for interns as possible, free or cheap workers with fresh ideas? Oh, absolutely, Dan. We need all the people we can get. If the city, even the school, would consider a program like that, and if we're in office, we can recommend it, things would change. We need to get people involved. There's been a lot of flack with the Vision 2025 program. I'm on the fence with it. I think we need to have more outreach, more people involved. The problem is people in the community tend to be apathetic.
I'm talking
you
to
talking to
Jackie.
Okay.
I was answering her.
Can't see you.
Can't you see?
Oh.
Can't you see?
Um,
What?
Greg, another comment. Okay, just kidding.
kidding.
He has a sense of humor. But those are things we have to do. And until we do that, what changes? We need people to get involved. Mm-hmm. The biggest thing you can do is vote on May 16th. Whether you vote for me or against me, vote for Joe or against all of us, Dan, the whole lot of us. If you don't get out and vote, no one knows you're there.
Oh, I'm voting.
I know you're voting.
Justin goes, it'll be my first time voting. I've never voted.
My competitors are afraid that I'm only going to get like 10 votes because I'm not a politician. I want them to see that there's people out there
Neither
who are
was
supporting
Trump.
us.
I think things are changing.
Hi, Ohio. Hi, Rachel.
Hi, Rachel.
But yeah, there's a lot of things in the city we have to change. I know that one of the horrible words to say is Act 47. You know, one of my competitors, Jack Williams, back in the late 80s, tried to defund the police force, shut it down for a couple days. When he caused the budget crisis that led to us directly going into Act 47. I'm not a fan of Jack Williams. I have said some horrible things about him. He's had the nerve to say our community was dead. Johnstown is very much alive. People like Jack are the ones who are trying to bring it down and control it. When he's running with a group of people who are trying to take over the government, that is not what government is about. I am running with one other person who I believe I trust, who I believe will help me make a difference.
I feel like I don't like Johnstown. I feel like it's not so much dead because you can't really explain it like that. I think it's stuck is what it is. But I think a lot of people would love it if we could thrive it. I feel like these politicians are keeping us stuck in like the 70s.
They're using the tax base, instead of giving out the money to programs, ideas, and to help people, they're stifling it for their own families. I mean, when you look at how the school board and the city operate, they make these deals back and forth. I don't know if the rumors are true about the gambling party at the Union Social tonight. And if it isn't, I apologize. And if it is, stop making deals with our tax base. Stop making deals that are going to hurt us because you want to give a job to one of your family at the county or the school or the city and you're playing this roulette shuffle with people. Bring in fresh ideas. Stop blackmailing people. Look at what happened to our last city manager.
What happened? I didn't hear anything.
Allegedly, gambling issues, had finance problems, then they got rid of him. And it's hushed up. I'm still waiting for the audit of the drug forfeiture account. Where is it? I want to know, because I'm getting beeped all over the place.
So anyway, you guys, do you have any questions for John or for me?
I'll just rant, people. I talk for a living. And truthfully, this campaign is about bringing awareness. What are we doing?
The lights flicker.
They're flickering. I mean, the spirits support me. What can you, since I'm going to put you on the spot, is the clairvoyant, is that a good word?
Yes, it is.
Yes. There's a difference of comment. There's a difference of remembering your past and clinging to it. The old guard is clinging to the past. That's the problem. Like I said, I know I'm very hypercritical. Our school board president, who's running for re-election for 16 years in office, I believe he's 82 years old. Jack Williams, who I really can't stand, who's running for mayor against me. Is he, 75, 76? I am half the age of my competitors. Joe is half the age. Dan is half the age. The Barackos, Johanna's running, she's half the age. Terry's half the age. All of these people, we need fresh blood and new people. Victoria, thank you. Thank you so much. And the thing is, whether I win or lose, I'm going to continue to speak out. And I'm not making this about young versus old. I look at this as David versus Goliath. What I am doing has been so revolutionary, gathering people. Joe and I have been fighting for people. Dan's helped us. I mean, you look at the Revitalized Johnstown page and the daily conversation and controversies. You pulling for me? Mm-hmm. Oh, we have cards. I love psychic readings. Put her to work. Dum, dum, dum. The first card, I'll let you pull them and then we'll... How you let it, yeah. And by the way, we look thin and pretty, don't we? It's always about being thin, people.
I don't.
Yes, your hair is shiny.
Blotchy.
No.
My hair is like two different colors.
Getting a reading for the race. Good Lord.
Okay, so your first card was harmony. What you're trying to do is harmonize the city. You cause a lot of disruption.
Well, I'll be honest, people. I have 3 open lawsuits, and they are massive. Hi, Kim. And I believe that sometimes through chaos and controversy comes a new beginning to weed out the corruption, weed out the disease. I sometimes feel that there's people in this community who are a cancer. And sometimes you have to cut that out.
But it's also a mental anguish
for me.
Conflict for you.
Well, I'll be honest. I never saw this as my calling.
But you have a lot of hope.
I have enough faith to bring Johnstown back with everybody.
Okay, wait, hold on. I'm getting jagged by feathers.
Uh-oh. Pulling cards, people.
You're going to get a lot of recognition and reward, and you will triumph. But it's a waiting game.
So it really is about the election. Mm-hmm. You really think I'm going to win, aren't you? You're putting your
I'm putting the cards on the table.
Putting the cards on the table. Well, I hope you're right. I'm doing this to create awareness and change. I honestly think people, whether I win or lose, just running has shaken up our Democratic... Ooh, that's soft. Our Democratic Party so much. Our party leaders are so stuck in the past. And the entire party itself, I mean, when you look at the Democrats, they're all interconnected, whether through family, nepotism, or political family connections, until we change that dynamic and get free thinkers in. And that's why I think I'm so dangerous. Joe, Dan, and I, we are free, independent thinkers. We're not bought off, we're people. And you hear people say that all the time. When you look at my record, I actually am that person who's going to show up at a meeting and say, oh my God, what are you doing? Thank you so much.
Thanks, Angelica.
Thank you. I'm going to need it with the way they're trashing me. The letters that are in the paper about me aren't exactly flattering. I have a lot of issues with media accountability. They put letters in trashing me. I don't mind being trashed. Please, put a letter in every day, but give me a chance to respond to it, because every time I'm trashed in the paper, I put these long diatribes up. I will respond to everything. Give me a day. I work a job. I'm busy, but I will respond, and not all my competitors do that. Some of them just go silent. So the first card we have is... Go ahead, do your reading.
You emotionally withdraw.
Hiding in my house watching Netflix.
Again, mental conflict. I'm pulling the same card.
That's okay. What's this one?
Spiritually, you're being strengthened up.
Ooh, da-da-dum.
At a fast pace. Everything's been happening.
Oh, May 16th.
Again, recognition and reward, which means you'll win. But it's going to be a lot of obstacles and challenges and putting yourself in solitude this whole time.
So I'm going to be hiding the Netflix in my Nintendo? Because I lied. What is the thing on your head? My head or your head? Greg, whose head? This?
Wait, I'm lost. On your head?
Thank you, Adam. I have no problem getting publicity. I have no problem taking my licks. When they trash me online as Queen John, or they go after me with whatever they have. Yes, Danielle, she can sell you cards.
Stand your ground.
So we have wisdom, stand your ground.
And look, you do meet him.
Ooh, dum dum dum. I want you to read this guy next. I want to hear about my love life. Love life's more fun.
When John comes to see me, it is nothing but fun.
Oh, yeah.
All we do is laugh. It's hilarious. Okay, John. See, you don't want to believe me. It's timing. And I told you, he has money. He has money. You just have to be aware that he's not out for you.
We're a lot alike, gorgeous.
Who?
Someone just commented you and I were a lot alike.
Oh, yeah, we are.
We are.
I swear he was my brother in a past life.
And for those of you that don't know, I'm going to tell you a secret about Christina. I was at her house for Justin's birthday party. Get in the camera. Her cat talks. Her cat will go up to the dish, meow, and it's the funniest thing.
I tell them all the time. I tell them all the time. This is what happens. It's like 3 o'clock in the morning.
You have to see it. You have to see it.
It's 3 o'clock in the morning. This is what I listen to when Justin gets ready for work.
Meow.
It's 3 o'clock in the morning. Justin's getting ready for work. And all I hear is Justin going, when do you want it? Meow.
Meow.
When do you want it? Meow. When do you want it, Ren? Meow. Yes, what he says right
I was
now.
at her house for Justin's birthday party. I actually made her boyfriend, Justin, go over to the cat dish and then make the cat before. And I'm thinking, if my cat talked like this, I wouldn't be leaving the house. I'd be like, just talk to me. Meow.
My favorite is when I'm getting ready in the morning at like 9 a.m. and Ren, I come past the door and Ren's laying on him looking at me. And he goes, meow.
A little bit more about my background. I was born in New Jersey, but my grandmother and mother were born in Johnstown. My grandmother, Grace Fazzini, had a business in the 1940s in Kernville, Grace L's Beauty Shop. I admire her tenacity and strength. She died 2 years ago. My grandmother, for the 1940s, my grandfather was drafted in World War II to open up a business.
Go back. Who's Grace?
My grandmother.
Because I kept hearing, didn't I say Grace earlier?
Grace, that's my
today?
grandmother.
Grace,
that's my grandmother.
Your grandmother was here then.
Whoa.
Before you showed up.
Hello, Gra. What did she say?
Nothing. I just heard I heard the name Grace, and I asked the
grandmother.
2 people that I was reading. I said, "Who's Grace?" And they were like,
It's my grandmother.
"We don't know."
My grandmother was the great joy of my life. I don't think I would have made it as long in life without me. When I was diagnosed with the throat tumors, my whole life just stopped. Ran as in Ren and Skimpy.
This is the woohoo card.
What's that mean? What's woohoo? Oh! Back on my sex life, huh?
Here you go, Sean. That's for you.
I wear it proudly. But my grandmother was such an inspirational person to have a business, to be a woman in the 1940s with a business in Johnstown, and to have the strength and the fortitude. I've never met a woman like my grandmother in my life. And I think that's why I've been so successful in this campaign. A lot of people are coming after me, not realizing I was with my grandmother my entire life, and I was educated by her. I was trained on how to think. So a lot of the things I'm doing, even though she's been dead for 2 years, I like to think it's the knowledge and the wisdom of an old woman who knew how to handle people, who was so good and so smart, even though she only made it to 3rd grade. I admire that, and I miss her so much, and if she is visiting you, my life hasn't been the same without her. I can't.
My grandmother's flowers up there stays with me during my readings.
Every day I think about you, Nutty. I wish you were still here. But not almost 97, you can only
She
go.
still is. Just her body isn't.
I know.
You'd still talk to her. Right, guys? Thumbs up. Give it a minute.
Yeah. Okay, you want to pull for my grandma? I want to see what you can pull for her.
Yeah. How about you pull?
Okay, how many do you want?
As many as you want. Oh, look at them.
Oh, yay!
Look at all those thumbs up.
Wow, I love my grandmother. My grandmother was extraordinary, people, let me tell you. There was nobody like my gra. Her father, when she was a kid, would sit her on her lap and he'd go, Gra, chalas tapayo lapa, meaning, Grace, bring the hay to your father. And my grandmother lived with me when I was a child. My mother died when I was 13. She had a lot of health problems. Back in the day, we didn't use the word cancer. My mother had stomach bleeding. They put a balloon in. A lot of problems that she had. Why are we laughing at that?
Because look what you drew.
I drew my card. Dum dum dum.
Woohoo card. He pulled the woohoo
All right,
card.
let's see the woohoo card. You're reading my grandmother bringing me love, huh?
Oh my gosh, The
Woohoo!
woohoo card. I call it the woohoo card. Oh, money's coming.
Prosperity begins.
You have to be very cunning and plan.
The guy keeps just trying to destroy me.
You've been suffering in silence with lots of obstacles and challenges, but she is
The
from
light.
heaven,
Aw.
bringing the light down to you with support. And she's saying a lot of this has happened fast, and it's going to keep
He's
coming.
about to have it. Well, thank you very much, Danielle. I hope so. It's been a while. I've been single a very long time. Maybe he's watching the newsfeed. Maybe he's watching this right now.
That might be. Wait, let's ask.
Ooh, dum-dum-dum. I should be asking you about all the good campaign issues. I'm going to have you read my lawsuits next.
Oh, God.
I'm going to put you on the spot.
You always do.
I'm going to put you on the spot. I'm going to put you on the spot.
2 years ago, I told you you'd be running. You
My
thought I
God.
was cray-cray.
Well, I never wanted
Look
a
what you're
public.
doing.
I never wanted a public life. I'll tell you. But since I've announced I was running for mayor, my life has changed so differently. It's been extraordinary. I'm enjoying the journey.
Ooh,
Not bad.
they're watching.
I know they're watching. I know you're watching. That's why I'm saying your name out loud. Maybe they'll sue me. Now am I lucky enough to get a lawsuit?
Yeah, he is.
Ooh, let's show the cards. What does this mean?
You're doing a lot of sacrificing.
Oh, and that's what this one is. Who's trapped in fear?
They're trying to trap everyone.
Who's they? Do I have to say a name? Does it look like Robert De Niro, people? I want to have you read that next. And this, what does this mean?
You have money. I think donations are going to start coming in.
I'm not looking for donations. I'm running a
Okay.
$0. I want you to read my enemy. Go ahead, read the school. Go for it.
Oh, God.
Let's not put you on the spot. Pull more
David
than 4
and
cards.
Goliath. That's all I gotta say.
If you have money to spend, I'd rather see you spend it on helping your community.
Jill, what do you... Oh, you're the one asking about the readings. Okay, honey. Got ya.
Cool. Pull multiple cards for this.
Yeah, man. You just...
Okay.
Let the medium do her thing.
The medium is working. Dum dum dum. A lot of noisy people in Moxon, by the way.
Yeah, there are a lot of fights. Half the time I have to go out and regulate. Okay, you need some patience. You've built a foundation so far. But I'm
We'll show the cards in a minute. What's it say?
victorious and successful.
Oh, dum dum dum.
Achievements.
Dum dum dum.
But having patience with their BS.
Oh, it's all BS.
You put your heart and sacrificed your life for this.
3 years.
What's money? I don't know what he means. Oh, look. Triumph again. It's a double triumph card, which means you will triumph. And you have
As they watch.
You're trying to harmonize Johnstown. That's
And the corruption.
your guides and God are on your side trying to help you with that. Because God is not going to sit back and let a city be corrupted for how long? He's
Decades.
Eventually
Decades.
going to do something to fix it.
I'm tickled you're all watching.
So, celebrate. They're saying it's a time for celebration. God's putting his foot down. He's had enough. You can't keep corrupting. Like, here's what mind boggles me. That people continue to do, like, souls take on this role of corrupt, and they keep pushing people down and pushing them down. And what boggles my mind is, you do realize you're going to end up passing away at some point, and you're going to have to face what you've been doing.
Or having a car accident on Washington
Right?
Street a few days ago.
What do you mean?
That was one of the puppet master. I
Really?
call our he wasn't hurt. Read my county lawsuit for next month up against for the puppet master's job.
I'm saying, like,
See if I'm going to win the lawsuit.
How do you not wrap your brain around that you have to stand and face what you've done?
Or steal money and use
Like,
the
this
taxpayers' tax money as a
This is
piggy
only
bank.
temporary. This shit's not lasting. It's not. It's a test.
Oh, thank you. The county lawsuit. I'm looking for what they're paying him, not for money myself. I'd like to know how much they're paying Robert Acurio. That's why I sued. And that's the name in I'm serving a subpoena if you're watching. I want this resolved. I'll let you talk after you show them
They're
all.
just telling him to choose wisely because it's going to be a loss.
Well, loss for them. Well, honestly, people, what's the shadow card?
Being one way, and another way, meaning two people in one, meaning somebody's not being honest. No, two-faced. Yeah, two-faced. Being fake.
Well, this is a law they're all trying to cover up there, you know.
The base chakra means that he thinks he's protected. again, everything's happening fast.
Well, the hearing is supposed to be within the next month or so. Is the outcome of this going to be a victory? What is so solitude means?
You in solitude, but it's all part of everyone's destiny. Yours, theirs. It's a learning.
So when this is over, we're going to have harmony? Or they cover up the corruption?
Yeah, it's just, you can only corrupt for so long until somebody puts their foot down.
If they are watching, change your ways. Back to my love life, people. Not bad.
I didn't get the woohoo card.
You want to read the election?
All right.
The woohoo card, right? Oh, okay.
Jackie's laughing at you.
You got lots of comments. Who's Jackie?
She said, LOL, Yvonne.
Yes. Could you read for Dan? Dan Stonework and I have a lawsuit with the Greater Johnstown Solution for freedom of speech.
Okay.
I'll have you read that next. Dan, we'll see what we get for it.
They're saying now.
They're saying what?
You want me to read it now?
Oh, we're reading it now? Okay, we're reading it right now, Dan. Dan and I sued because we were cut off. We're trying to bring a change. This is freedom of speech 101. You cannot question the school district. You cannot question our government or they destroy you. No, you don't. I'm going to question you. Dan's going to question you. Joe's going to question you. We're all going to fight.
Is Dan bored in his life?
Dan, are you bored? She's reading you, channeling you through the internet. If you're reading, can you comment? Hi, Jackie. I know who you are. I bowl with you, too. Jackie's cool. I should wave.
What? Oh, yeah. Yvonne works with her.
Dan will respond when he sees it. But we'll talk about our suit.
Any chance?
Oh, there it is. Banned. Yeah, Dan and I were banned and then unbanned after we threatened to sue. I got letters. They were going to arrest me. They were going to sue me. It was like an ongoing. My friend Joe Taranto got the same thing, my running mate. This was an ongoing battle with us, and we need to go to court. So you could show Dan and everyone the cards for the freedom of speech suit. She has them pulled, Dan. She's going to show you one by one.
I'm staffed out right now? What does that mean? He's not
I'm
bored?
stalled.
Oh,
I'm stalled
yeah,
out
I
now.
keep getting bored or
She says you're bored, Dan.
discontented.
You discontented?
But there's a lot of balance, truth, and
So
power coming
you
into
have
play.
truth, Dan. You're going to get balance, Dan. And you're going to get power.
Regain power.
So Dan's going to win the election. He's going to be a holy tech. Bring your camera in the executive session when they're having their chicken
Waiting
dinners.
game, but this is supposed to transform a lot of people and things. But protect yourself. Money's coming towards you to help you with this, and you know your intuition, which is your guides, which is a small voice in your head that sounds like you. That's not you talking to yourself, it's your guides. They're helping you choose what you're supposed to choose and say what you're supposed to say. And do what you're
So
supposed
are
to
Dan
do.
and I going to trial, and are we going to win, or how are we going to...
Well, there's your judge.
Okay, so we have a male judge, Dan.
Okay, foundation that's being built.
It's a solid case. Freedom of speech 101.
Part of your destiny.
Dan, destiny.
Same thing. Soul contract.
So we had to do this.
It was an agreement. You're spiritually being strengthened. Okay, basically what I'm getting is, do you want to win?
Yes.
Then there's
Oh,
hope
yes.
that it will.
I'll tell you something. If Dan and I win this and I have a second freedom of speech suit, I had the nerve to say they were...
This is why it's not a solid answer. There's still some decisions that need to be made, but there's hope
Who has to make
that
decisions?
you win. I don't know.
Well, if Dan and I lose, and we did, Dan, we have it on video.
Is this against this guy?
Yes, that's Bobby.
There it is. There he is. That's what they call him. The shadow man.
I call him the puppet master.
Well, he's the shadow man. They call him the shadow man.
Why?
He's one way, and another way, another way.
And you know what the joke is? I've never actually met this person in real life. Though he's messed with mine for years. Created dramas, created heartache, went after me with the proclamation, single-handedly dragged me into this war.
And he's trapping a lot of people.
Who's getting trapped?
People.
So people are being trapped because of the puppet master, the shadow man?
Yeah, they call him shadow man.
Oh, let's take a look at him. If we're bringing him up, let's do a separate reading just on Bobby. Because we know he's watching at the social club. I'm going to blow up my house, aren't they? Someone's going to have more firecrackers put in his mouth and they'll say it was a I'd like to see change, people. All right. We're talking about our shadow puppet master. What's this mean?
He doesn't have a lot of patience.
No, he has a hot-head temper. We hear he smashes bottles. You know your people talk to me, right? I have spies all over your hall. I talk to your board members. What's this one mean?
He creates a lot of obstacles and challenges for people.
Well, he tries to because he wants to control them, and then when he tries to turn on them, he's surprised they try to fight back.
There's a lot of losses coming up.
For him? Mm-hmm. What kind of losses?
I don't know.
I bet you they do, Dan.
Him hanging his head down a lot, and dark surrounds. There's a lot of dark.
So why doesn't he just do the right thing?
Maybe he's being influenced.
Who would influence the puppet master?
Think about it.
Oh, Satan. Are we going to do the church lady?
We're not doing Satan, but I'm just saying.
So who's the authority?
That's the other guy.
Who's the other guy? Is this Jack?
I don't know. They're saying the tall man that's in charge.
Who is the tall man in charge? Dan, you listening? Who is the tall man in charge? I'd love to know who that is.
That's you.
Suffering in silence, huh?
No, the recognition.
Oh, okay.
Again, all of this is part of a soul contract everybody agreed to learn from. But are you all in agreement of learning right now? Are you learning?
I've heard that too, Dan. Who is the tall man, Dan, if you're watching? Christina picked up on the tall... I don't even know who this is. A new character for my blog.
Yeah, Kim.
Who's Kim?
Right here.
Oh,
She
okay.
was saying about him having a lot of negativity. That's what I picked up. That's what this card is.
So what's going to happen with our Bobby, our puppet master?
He's taking a lot of loss. It's a lot coming. And it's going to come in threes.
So what does that mean?
He's going to be hanging his head low.
So he's going to lose all these lawsuits? It's going to be three. I have 3 lawsuits.
Oh, really?
Yeah. 3 lawsuits.
That's the 3.
Yes. Representative Barbin, the Curios have his chief of staff. Gleason has a connection.
Wait, Gleason?
That's yours. Isn't that part of your family? Indirectly?
No, that's my dad's attorney. Isn't he attorney?
They're all connected somehow.
And I know Barbin.
And our DA, Kelly, is related to Barbin. So remember, it's one ruling family that's controlled our community. That's why I'm so dangerous to kids. I'll go online in a Johnstown feed and say all these connections. And if they're watching it and you say they are, they're probably having a stroke. Because they need to change. So the outcome of all this is just loss. Mm-hmm. All right. You want to read my second freedom of speech lawsuit?
Okay.
Not that I have enough lawsuits to have.
Why would you have to have a freedom of speech lawsuit?
Because when I went in front of the school board and said that they were... First I said they were corrupt. I wasn't allowed to say my government's corruptly spending money. And then when I said they were arrogant for doing the same thing, I got shut down twice. They shut people down. What do you want me to do?
Cool.
Yeah, there's 3 lawsuits and 3 of us running so far.
Giselle, do you have your chapstick?
And honestly, I never saw this as my journey. I've been helped by a lot of people who will not go on the record. They're so scared. The media, the Tribune Democrat will not cover a lot of this, which I'm very disappointed in them. The Tribune covers some things, buries others. Go ahead. I mean, the media accountability needs to be there with all this. I know they're watching, and if you're watching as well, one more for good luck. You know. Let you pull, and then you can tell your story.
Has it been taking a while?
Oh God, Dan and I did our.
Somebody's.
See Dan, yeah.
Yeah, but somebody's stalling it.
Yeah, the courthouse.
Oh.
Yeah, they want the election to pass. If all these lawsuits happen before the primary election, my God, the publicity would be massive. Johnstown politics, the rule is stalled. We just had a non-discrimination
somebody
vote.
in power is with stalling.
Oh, you pull the cards, we'll go on afterwards. Yeah, stall. No one's ever done what I've done before with all these people. So pull our first card.
Wait, are you doing this one with Dan?
The second one is just me, all me.
The freedom one.
The first freedom one is with Dan. The second one is just me.
Okay, because they're showing the number 3 again, in your partnerships with.
So that's
that.
Joe and Dan.
Okay.
Okay.
So that's
My
that
running
one.
mate Joe Taranto and Dan
there's
Stonemark.
3, and then the partnerships with
Okay.
the 3.
Oh, it's a group
sorry.
You're good. It's a group of us. So tell your story.
Someone's stalling it. You're trying to move forward,
Yep.
but you're causing disruptions. They're causing obstacles. Your guides keep telling you go. They're trying to gain power.
How are they trying to gain power?
Just by stalling.
Okay.
It's them
Is it
gaining
working?
power. For now.
For now, okay.
Again, a waiting game. But your heart is in this, and they're not letting you let go of it.
Oh, what does that mean?
It's supposed to take fruition. It's leading to something else, like a domino effect.
So how does it end?
Right now, there's no decision. It's stalled.
So this really is going to be till like next year.
It's going to be a while.
So whether I win the election or lose it.
And hold that thought, because Mama Bear has got to go to the bathroom.
She got to pee, people. Oh, I get to sit here by myself and talk.
Oh, wow.
She's going to pee real quick, people. So I'm just going to sit here, and if I could read some of the Facebook comments, if you type up, I will. Dan is right. We had our pretrial hearing in June. We filed I think we filed last March, Dan. I have to check on the date. I on my birthday in November, I got shut down for the second freedom of speech time. I believe I filed that somewhere right before Thanksgiving. And like I said, if you're watching this, I hope we have changed. I hope you vote on May 16th. And I'd love for you to vote for all of us. I am running for mayor of Johnstown. I'm running against two competitors, Raylene. I believe that things need to change. Because if they don't change, then what happens? If you have questions while Christina's in the bathroom, she has to go very quickly. She should be back within a minute. We are here at Spirit Talk. Yes, end of March, beginning of April, Dan. Valerie, I see you joined. I am with your sister. She just stepped out to the bathroom. She'll be right back. We are at her lovely shop in Moxham. We are surrounded by beautiful settings. I have my glass of water. Christina has her tea. She should be back soon. You can tell I love the sound of my own voice sometimes. But that's where we are. We are doing a Spirit Talk episode. Actually, Raylene, that there's three trials. I have a lawsuit with Cambria County to unearth how the Child Development Corporation is spending a pass-through grant from the Cambria County Commissioners. I have a lawsuit with the Greater Johnstown School District to determine if freedom of speech actually means freedom of speech, if I am allowed to tell my government they are corruptly spending my tax dollars in light of buyouts, payouts. On a side note, we still have a superintendent who is MIA. We almost need to have a milk jug carton saying, "Where is he?" Thank you, Kim. I try to say it as it is. I want all the corruption gone, Amy. In a town like mine, I am probably considered a nightmare because you see me right now as a mayoral candidate saying things that no one should say because I'm an activist. I'm not a politician. Thank you, Cindy. Hope you can vote for Joe and I both and Dan. I want things to finally change. And the only way that's going to happen is to have rabble-rousers like us who are going to go into office and tell the Acurio family, no more control, no more buyouts, payouts, sellouts, no more corruption of our funds. We need to know how the DUI count alone is enraging me. $2 million a year, and we had to fight for the release of it, and they're using it for yoga. No offense to yoga. Meals, buyouts, pizzas. You name it. Is that how our tax money should be spent when it was taken in through criminal activities? Yes, Greg, I agree. And I think that's what we have to do. I want to know how the drug forfeiture account is being spent. When I gave the $2 million on average yearly count to the Auditor General of Pennsylvania, he admitted to me that they did not know Cambria County had a slush fund like this. Now they have to investigate if they're eligible to investigate the fund. I'm waiting for a response. I've also filed a complaint with the State Ethics Commission against the Greater Johnstown School Board. I am waiting for the results to see if our school board acted unethically with the buyout of $136,000 buyout to the school board president's daughter and other activities. A question from Carrie. How are you going to stop the drugs and shootings? We start by reallocating, like I just said, that drug forfeiture account. If we're taking in however X number of dollars, the drugs are a huge issue, Kim. We hire more police. We have more people online. We use the money to actually hire people who are going to stop the drugs. And also we have to get a community-based interest where people like you and me and everybody else, when they see criminals happen, they call their police. I went to a meeting 2 nights ago at the Hammer Club. Maybe it was 3 nights ago, where I heard residents tell their police force how scared they were to come forward. We can't be scared of our police. We can't be scared of people around us. We have to physically use our eyes. Every person is a movable witness. They're eligible to look out their window when they see drugs, when they see crime. But we cannot target people. I heard a candidate the other night make a horrible comment calling them those people, and it floored me. We need to embrace people to move here. We need people to live here. We can't chase people away. We can't be homophobic. We can't be bigoted. We can't be anything. And Christina's back. I was giving a rant while you were gone.
Woo.
Are you emptied? Are you clean? Ah, it's clean.
Yvonne, don't feed me them subs again.
Clean. Yes, and the Moxham substation. Christina lives here in Moxham. We're trying to. The city council is trying to pull off a Moxham substation. Hopefully, it doesn't die. We need to have a police presence. I am a big advocate for the police, even though I criticize. Substation. Dum dum dum.
Do they sell subs?
Maybe they'll be by sheets. I agree, Raylene. So, what do you want to pull for? Are you reading?
I feel like reading somebody on the audience.
Why don't we read Greg Widman, because he's given us like 50,000 comments. All Greg, you ready for a reading?
All right, Greggy.
Greg, we're about to read you Greg Widman.
Who?
250 comments. Wow, I feel special.
Oh, it's not even
I feel
close
special.
to what I'm normally getting.
Uh-oh. Hi, Terry. Thanks so much.
All right, let's see. Greg, what do we get for you? Okay. Greg has struggles with power.
This is you, Greg Widman. She's reading for you online.
You have a lot of waiting coming up for something. There's an issue with something you're trying to overcome. They're saying lots of hope. Keep going.
We'll get to you next, Victoria, since I see your name. We're doing Greg first.
This is a start of a new beginning. You're not pregnant. A lot of people think this has to do with pregnancy. It just means a new beginning. Hold that. A lot of truth is going to come out, but they've prepared you for it, so take it in strife. Ah, see? New beginning. You got the double, look.
Ooh, dum dum dum, Greg.
Double new beginning.
This is you, Greg Widman. She's reading you.
What'd he say?
Not pregnant yet.
Always
an issue.
Okay, so you got the double new beginning, so something new is coming. And the last card. Use your intuition to decide what you want to do.
You know, I'll go scroll back. That's a good comment. Kim Stahl. What about the possibility of police knowing who the dealers are? You know what? I get that question a lot. A lot of times with these investigations, I've been told that they have to wait till they have a firm foundation. They do need to take more action. I agree with that, Kim.
Do you want to hear a secret?
Secret.
I'm a consultant.
Ooh, dum dum dum.
I gave them a lot of drug-related stuff and
Was asked to be a consultant. I'm not saying what department.
Terry Smith, are you here still? Terry Smith, if you're here, I'm going to have Christina read you next.
Teresa, that's fine.
Ooh, don't delete yet.
I know. Almost did.
Terry Smith, I know her. She's actually right down the road from you. She lives on Park Ave. She's going to read. Terry Smith, if you're reading, she's going to read you, Terry. This is for Terry Smith, our Moxham neighbor.
Okay, she listens to her guides.
Yes, and she's an excellent person.
Okay, and she gets a lot of recognition and reward.
Yes. Terry, you're very popular.
She's regaining power.
Okay.
There's some kind of waiting game, but it's supposed to happen fast as an issue that she's been kind of stressing over. Again, the hope that they were giving you to keep going. Actually, you're going to find a lot of people having issues right now that it's just been kind of a waiting game that they need to get through. Even me, I'm going through some stuff too. The smart guy that's around you, I would list
That may be me, Terry. I tend to be a smart ass. I'm trying to get Terry to run for school board.
Tune into him more because
tune into me, Terry.
He's going to help you regain authority over that issue.
See that, Terry?
By
authority.
giving you guidance and whatnot.
Dan Stonerook has been commenting. Let me read him.
Who is it?
Dan Stonerook. He's been commenting. Dan, if you're watching, we're going to read you next. Just a general reading on you. Not you, but I'll just pretend to hold the card and look pretty.
God. Can you be my Vanna?
You know what? I would hold the signs.
Is he your partner with the cases?
Yes, he is my partner.
Okay,
we just read you, Terry.
The shadow.
She is running. Terry Smith, write her in for school board. But this is for Dan Stonerook. You're, I guess, partnered up with me with the Puppet Master. Say hi, Bobby.
And they're saying rejoice. The wins is what I keep hearing. The other party taking a loss.
So Dan's going to win his election for school board.
The deception and envy is about to end.
Good for you, Dan.
And the prosperity going to you.
Dan's going to win too, you're going to say?
So I'm guessing he's been sacrificing a lot.
Dan, I think yes. Dan's lost a lot of business. He's been attacked a lot. They have harassed him.
Your wishes are being fulfilled because God takes care of his children and protects them.
Wow. Can you read my running mate, Joe Taranto?
How do I know that name? Julia, yeah.
Let's
you can always watch again.
Raylene has asked multiple times. Can we jump to her? Raylene Arcurio Rager. Okay. You're next, Raylene. I'll do the Vanna White for you. The sewage project, I think, is a mess, Tony. What I think needs to happen is we need to start getting people... Oh, we're waiting for Raylene.
That has to do with her family.
Hold on, Raylene. This is for your first card. What does this have to do with?
Family.
Okay, Raylene, if you're watching.
The double foundation, building a foundation, and...
This is you, Raylene.
They're trying to pull in more love to you and your family.
Raylene, are you single? You need love in your life?
No, I don't think she's single.
I don't know her. Okay.
Like they're trying to fix the love.
Okay, you need a firm foundation to fix love. What is this?
Successful over it and becoming aware of the issue.
Do you have a question for her, Raylene, while I have her with the cards? I can ask for you.
Don't suffer in silence anymore.
So you need to comment. No question. Okay. And one more card for you.
A lot of mental conflicts, or some mental conflicts.
Why are you conflicted, Raylene? Talk to us.
Just patience and planning will get you ahead.
Just for you, Raylene.
A lot of memories are coming to the surface, but you're to overcome them.
Can you please... Okay. We're reading comments. Bear with us. Pull out a card.
Angelic. Oh. Ooh.
We're not deleting comments.
Julia.
You want to read Julia next?
No, she's commenting.
So, Cross being a mom and being a taxi service, they're in trouble tomorrow. Oh, Julia, I'm sorry.
The memories of her father.
So what's going to happen with Raylene?
Well, she's answering back.
Oh, okay.
The memories of love. Remember I said there's a lot of memories flowing? She said of her father. She's been getting lots of memories. My family means a lot to me. Well, there's a new love coming about with the family, so you're good. Gerard is from Ireland.
Hi, Ireland.
I'm working
Gerard, we're going to read you next. How does that sound? You have a question for Miss Christina? We're just going to pull cards.
Gerard, I'm working on his nephew's case, who is the actor from Game of Thrones.
Oh, I love Game of Thrones. Oh, my God.
Yeah,
it's
this
is for you. We're going to pull your cards. Your first card, Gerald.
Triumphing over somebody that's hiding in the shadows that isn't really communicating well with you. You have some money coming to you that you've been waiting on. You've built a foundation to get this money, so they're bringing it to you, so celebrate. That's it for him.
Read my running mate, see if he's going to win now. I'll put you on the spot. Joe, if you're watching, we're reading Joe Taranto. He's probably sitting at home with his kids.
I'm still getting Raylan's
Oh, okay.
stuff. That's probably because she's still talking.
Oh, okay.
What'd she say? Hi, Tony. Had a conflict about surgery that I just had. Okay, that's why.
What was your conflict, Raylene?
Tony.
Oh, thanks, Tony.
That's my cousin.
I like to bring out the best in Christina.
That's my cousin.
I figured.
She owns the bakery.
Which bakery?
By the TNCs.
Oh.
Right?
I've been to your shop. I live on Bedford Street. I am right above the Walnut Grove Church of the Brethren. I've actually bought Christmas cookies from you. You're an excellent bakery.
Do you remember?
Her shop is located at Tony Penna Aluzzi.
Mm-hmm.
The shop is right below TNC's Lounge.
It's beautiful. Pink like mine.
It's not a super big building, but it's real convenient to find as you go into downtown Johnstown. My God, are those cookies delicious?
Well, she made Justin's Star Wars cake.
Yeah, I had your Star Wars cake, Tony. That was delicious. Let's see if she's commenting because I'm getting hungry now for sugar. We are having fun, actually.
All right.
Now we're reading for my running mate. He's your neighbor down the road. Oh. Okay, Joe, what else you tell her story when you're done pulling?
He's being spiritually strengthened.
So tell the balance. Am I the one making him miserable?
Even with his marriage, he needs a lot of balance and rest, apparently.
He has 6 kids.
Oh, well, there you go.
He has 6 kids.
There's a lot of deception and envy around him.
He has a... Okay, before you put him up. Joe has a stalker. This guy likes to go to his house, makes fun of his wood pile. What's this card here?
Causes conflict.
Causes conflict, takes pictures of his property, harasses his wife, stalks his family. There's multiple people. They trash him and I online.
Wait, do you... Because the tree is jumping out of me.
I'm Johnny the Tree. I'm Johnny the Tree. I'm sorry, Joe. You're stuck with me as a running mate. Because Joe's going to win then, huh?
They call you the Solitude.
I'm the... Who calls me the Solitude?
Your guy.
I am the Solitude. Why am I... This is his spread, not mine.
Wait, I'm waiting for your Yoo-hoo card again.
This is Joe's reading, not mine.
They call you the alone one, for now.
Oh.
Until your woohoo guy comes.
Yes. They make fun of Joe's wood pile. Joe has a wood pile. He heats his home with wood. And this guy made such a stink about it for years. And I'm not going to say his name because I don't think I need to. He's just arrogant.
So he has to make some certain decisions to help harmonize. So
is he winning with me? Is he going to win on his Union Council?
Yes.
Joe, you're going to win. Yay.
Harmonize.
Harmonize.
Show your kids what you're made of.
You want to read Cindy Tail Myers? I just see her name on the live feed.
People that have lived elsewhere, that have had experiences outside of Chelsea, can bring new perspective. Joe to something the area needs.
How about we read Cindy?
Okay.
Cindy Tail Myers. This next reading is for you if you're still watching live. Okay. You got the... You have to talk about universities.
Oh, your guides are talking about a disruption that just took place.
You have a disruption, Cindy?
You regaining communicational power.
You're watching, Cindy. This is for you. Is this her? What does this mean? I don't know what this means. You have to tell me.
It's the woohoo card.
Oh, Cindy, you have the sex card, you dirty girl.
Dirty.
Dirty. Cletus.
You dirty birdie.
Cletus. Where's my lube, Cletus?
This is what he does to me.
What? People, we get screwed over enough in life. My God, every chance for love you should embrace. Life is too short.
Dirty birdie.
Dirty girl.
She's trying to harmonize her woohoo.
I'm waiting for a comment, Cindy. Are you in your woohoo phase or are we embarrassing you?
She's trying to balance her woohoo.
Cindy, someone has a good life. I want your life, Cindy. Jeez.
Listen, I'm just gonna put this not on camera, but
for who?
For you.
Oh, good for you.
Right up top.
Good for you. We're not gonna share that. It was a dirty comment.
Sorry,
I can always,
dirty.
Cindy. I can always, right to the gutter. Thanks, John. I know Cindy in real life.
Oh man.
Cindy, I love you too. Cindy, these are your cards. Is she right? Are you having the time of your life? Is she? Is she not supposed to? What?
No, it went down, and they're trying to get her to.
Oh, you need to woohoo again, Cindy.
She needs to balance.
She's gonna send me an email when I get home. Okay, Kim Stahl would like a reading.
Kim Stahl.
We're focusing on you, Kim Stahl. And just so you all know the way the live feed works, we only see 2 comments at a time. So if you ask us something but someone else comments, we can't see it.
It went up already.
So you have to keep commenting. So if I don't see it, I'm not going to... But I did see... This is for you, Kim Stahl. Kim, where are you from? Do you know Kim Stahl?
The name sounds familiar.
Okay, your first card is Kim Stahl.
I can't remember what I ate yesterday. You're asking me who I know.
Our live audience is laughing with me, not at me. This is your first card, Kim Stahl, is...
It's about her marriage. They need to go on a vacation.
You're going to pull the woohoo card, aren't you?
Whatever relationship she's in, she has to go on a vacation.
I'm good for the woohoo, apparently.
There's been a lot of ups and downs lately.
Is this true, Kim? Derry, PA. Is this true, Kim? You have a lot of ups and downs in your marriage? You need to reconnect?
Her guides have been talking to her these things. She's been feeling pulled to do some kind of relaxation. She's being aware of it.
Can you talk to us, Kim? What do you think of all... Oh, yes.
She said, oh, yes.
What do you want to do, Kim? What's your plan?
You should go on vacation.
Give me another card for her. I'm gonna pick your next card for you. I pulled Temptation. What
to
is?
go on vacation.
Okay. Oh, she has the yes. I got a yes out of her. Okay, I just saw Rose, Britton, Faye reading Please.
Okay.
Rose, where are you from, Rose? Can you tell us where you're from?
Well, I just did a group reading for her. So where was that at?
Up in Kerwinsville.
Kerwinsville.
Okay. Rose, this one next is for you. Remember, I only see 2 comments at a time on the feed. So give us time because if there's all these comments, so we only see so many.
There's been a recent uplifting, and they're telling you to celebrate. It's all part of your soul contract.
This is for you, Rose.
Have strife, but overcome and learn. So keep standing your ground. And especially in your marriage, keep the communication open and fun, even if he doesn't want to. They keep talking about him being the money man.
Is that true, Rose? Someone just asked me about a health reading. Whoever that was, can you please re-comment? Because I didn't see your name quick enough.
I gotta grab those cards.
Yeah, we're gonna pull. Someone just asked for a health reading. I'm sorry, I didn't see your. Remember, we only have 2 names on the feed. If you could re-comment so I can see your name, we're gonna do your health reading. Can you please comment? I don't know what your name was. There was someone I saw with a health issue. Let me find it if I could look for it. If you can re-comment. Here it is. Ashley. Oops, what did I do?
Don't delete.
Ashley Coates Henderson. You want a reading on your health. Ashley, are you paying attention?
Okay, they're saying stay positive.
Okay, Ashley Rose. Okay.
Need to meditate more. Understand that you have self-healing and you can easily heal yourself just like Jesus taught. You need to eat better. You're not eating better.
Ashley, are you not eating better?
Which is why you're not sleeping good either.
So you're not sleeping. Ashley, can I ask you? I'm gonna get personal. I don't know you. How old are you, and what's wrong with your health? I'm not a psychic. I'm just a.
She's young. She's one of my students.
Okay. So
I didn't even know she had health issues. But,
okay.
She needs to laugh more. She doesn't laugh as much as she should.
So you need to laugh more.
And if you don't like what a doctor's telling you, wait, somebody just said Frank. Christine, I met you once at Bonnie Keenan's house, and you did a group reading in Ligonier a couple years ago. I thought she meant Frank, my cousin. When you were with Frank, I said beside you to the right, you told me to be quiet because you picked up that I was a sensitive. Kim, I'm so sorry. I don't remember. Okay. Mindy.
We're going to read Mindy Brown. Mindy, where are you from? I see you, Danielle Marie. You will be next because I see you've asked multiple posts. Let me read. Who did I just say first? I said someone's name.
I don't know. I said
Ashley.
Mindy.
Okay, you said...
I did Ashley. What did she say?
Ashley said... Or no. Yeah, Ashley said 25. I just spent the... Oh, Tony, that's awesome. Hospital the before last for breathing and chest pain.
Oh, Ashley.
Okay, I see what you mean. Okay, Mindy.
Mindy. Can you re-comment,
Rose
Mindy?
said thank you.
Oh, thanks. Could you repost your name so we can see it, Mindy? You only get 2 comments at a time, so it's hard to... This is for Mindy.
Lots of positive move forward, lots of love developing, loving communication opening up, victory and success.
I see you, Ashley. Let me finish this and re-comment.
There's a lot of good stuff going on with Mindy.
Mindy, you know Mindy in real life?
Hers is real positive.
You got positive. Ooh.
Love and victory and positive outcomes. A lot of good stuff coming.
Okay, here she is. Indiana. This is all good stuff for you, Mindy.
Hi. Wait. What did Ashley say? You said you were going back to it.
She has something with court. Oh, there was another. There was Ashley Thompson. We'll try you, and there was somebody else who had a court hearing.
Guys, whoever was the court hearing, can you...
You need to comment, guys, because we only get 2 comments.
We only see 2 comments at a time.
Okay.
Let me have those back.
I need... I need positive woohoo. Everyone wants to talk about the woohoo.
That's Jamie.
Good job, Jamie.
Don't listen to Jamie.
I listened to Jamie.
Jamie was here earlier with his wife. I kept talking about woohoo. We were talking about the woohoo.
I need more woohoo in my life, trust me.
Okay, Dory.
There it is. I have court next month. I need Danielle Marie. I think you were the one that commented. This is for you, Danielle. Just remember, guys, we only get to see 2 comments at a time while we're reading.
Ooh,
We can't.
she has a new beginning.
New beginning, Danielle Marie.
Money coming to you. New beginning. But it's been a waiting game. You've put your heart into this. You've taken emotional losses. But it's all because they've been transforming you. So in the end, whether you win the case or not, you're transforming and a lot of new stuff is coming right after, which means it's supposed to be some kind of domino effect. Okay, let's do Dory because she keeps commenting.
Okay. Dory, can you re-comment for us so we can see your
She
name?
just said reading.
Okay.
Dory
And Angelic Kate, we'll do you next.
Semino.
Just remember, we only see 2 comments at a time, so you have to give us time to get to you.
Wait, who are we reading? Dory?
Dory.
They need to start having her protect herself better because there's been a lot of like drama around her. A lot of people talking that shouldn't be talking. People in her ear that she shouldn't be listening to. It's all to overcome, be victorious, and bring back the passion of who you were meant to be. A lot of what you're going through, a lot of what people are going through is a waiting game. And that's for a reason. She's gone through a lot of conflict and defeat. But again, her wishes are being fulfilled slowly. It might look like it's slowly, but they are at least coming into fruition.
There was somebody who wanted to read for, was it a court hearing? I forget who it was.
I already did that one.
Okay. Who you want to read next?
Jen O'Malley. Jen O'Malley.
Okay,
I don't
Jen
know why her
O'Malley.
name's jumping out at me. And then Danielle Love.
Okay. We're going to get to you guys.
Jen O'Malley. Disruptions. Obstacles. A lot of memories coming to the surface of how she would love things to be. Prosperity is to begin, but she has to want it enough to sacrifice to have it. Be smart in what you're doing and the decisions you're making. Be who you're meant to be. Don't feel trapped. Stand your ground. Build a firm foundation. Use your intuition to guide you. You listen to your guides to guide you. Hold on. Angelic Kate was the one.
Okay, we're going to start writing down names so we get you all.
And then Danielle Love was the other one.
Okay, we'll do Angelic Kate next. You want these back?
Yeah.
Okay, the next one we're doing is... Okay, Cindy, we will. Thank you. We're going to read Angelic Kate. Angelic Kate, this one is for you next.
Ooh, apparently that was supposed to be there because it was flipped up.
Okay, the first card you have, Angelic Kate.
Your soul contract is important. You have trouble balancing, especially being someone you're not to others.
We forgot about Ashley Thompson. I'll write that down. Ashley Thompson. We're not going to forget you, Ashley. We wrote your name down. I'll get to you next. We're only people. We wrote you down. Back to Angelic Kate.
You try to be somebody that other people want you to be, but they don't want you to do that. If you plan and have patience, they will help you more. They'll fill in the gaps and give you back power.
We're going to do now... Who's the second name?
Angelic Kate. Or
Okay,
wait, did we
we
just
did
do
say, so now we're going to do Ashley Thompson. She's been asking quite a bit.
Okay.
Ashley Thompson, this one is for you. Hello, North Carolina.
Oh, hold on.
Reshuffle. Okay.
Ashley, are you single?
You get a comment, Ashley. Are you single? I feel like we're on the Psychic Network. I feel like Latoya predicts from the 90s. Oh my God.
Here's the only thing, and I'm excluding 2 people that I know, and they already know who I'm talking about. and I've taught them how to do readings better. When you go to these things, because I know a lot of you, look at my boobs.
We're gonna go there. You're gonna fix the girls.
I got sidetracked because my boobs were swaying. I'm like, oh my god.
Look at all the likes and loves you're getting for your boobs. I don't have, maybe I'm like an A cup. I don't know.
Okay, so
everyone loves your boobs. Isn't it nice when you know they're watching and they love your boobs? Are you my first sex scandal if I win mayor?
No.
You're gonna come to City Hall and say, Mr. Mayor.
And
they're all liking it.
I did say I was going to sing to you with Marilyn Monroe.
Oh, people, if I win this election, they are going to come after me with so many scandals. It'll be fun to read the paper. Good
okay,
Lord.
So what was I saying? Okay, so I told these two girls, like they're my students, okay, you guys go to, without swaying my boobs, you guys go to these things.
Left and right. There you go. And when your hand moves, your boobs go in transition.
It's like that teacher that's doing the chalk, and you watch her butt and her boobs.
Are we like Whoopi Goldberg and the other with that Joyce Bayer from the talk? Are we doing The View now? It's okay. It's okay.
That's what my show
People
is.
want to hear about your boobs.
Spiritual talk is
yes,
like this.
healing.
I don't know. I don't like The View. I think they're really mean.
That's
Okay,
why I
anyway.
like them, but go back to your boobs.
Okay, so
Look
when
at all
you
the
guys
likes.
do
You're talking. Everybody's liking your boobs. Oh my god. Your boobs are getting more likes than my platform to end the corruption. Oh my god. Look, they're all loving. Look at like 500 likes for your boobs. Good Lord.
My face hurts from smiling.
Good. You should smile more often. Tell Justin that your boobs went viral.
This went viral.
Your boobs went viral. Look at this. These people love your boobs. The guy running for mayor is talking about boobs. Let's like it. This will be the new trash on the change page. I can see it now with the picture. Queen John talks about breastises. Cletus. Good Lord. Can you people can you people picture the council meetings when do you know who Charlene Stanton is? My God.
Okay, so you guys go watch these things all the time.
People are commenting. See, we're back on. Let's go back to people's serious conversation. The boobs are done.
Me and Caitlin, we go booby boobies. Booby boobies.
Is that like Austin Powers? But back to our serious conversation.
So, when you go to these platforms and you see them doing cards.
Oh my God, Dan Stonebrook. About 2 years ago, my haters offered a $500 reward if they could have a woman who could say that she slept with me.
Oh,
Why don't you tell them you slept with me? We'll get the $500. We'll go on vacation to Vegas.
Hold on, I gotta just prove something.
She's getting something serious, people. I guess all this talk about her boobs.
Even the water.
Yes.
Okay.
You have an ice cube. That's ice cube or two. That's great.
I'll see if she has.
Say for example.
We're getting the good cards, people.
No,
and these are for sale here.
These are for sale here. They're the fairy ones. Okay, so say for example you go to this live feed. Okay, you go to somebody's live feed, and they have their cards. Okay, if they start pulling out a book.
These are the fairy cards. Hi, New Zealand.
Okay, here's what I need to explain, and I'm excluding the two people, and they know who they are because I already talked to them about this. If you're reading from a book, it's not a reading.
No, you have to take it from the.
I can do this at home. You can do this at home. When you have somebody that doesn't use a book, that's connecting. Anybody can pick up a damn book and go, oh, your card says this. I see all these platforms, I'm like, you're not a reader.
Okay, we were reading Ashley Thompson?
Danielle Love.
Oh, okay, Danielle Love.
Because I was reading her. Okay, so Danielle was supposed to let us know if she was single.
Yes. Danielle, can you comment if you're single, Danielle, if you're still there?
Jim, no. Or Jen, no. I have tons of different cards.
Okay, what else do you have for Danielle? Write down Nancy Seals Fisher. She has a surgery coming up. We put you on the list, Nancy. Just be patient with us. We'll get to you. We only see 2 comments at a time. Carrie Jaber. So we go one at a time. Carrie
Jaber.
J-A-B-E-R.
Ashley, we just did you, or didn't we? No,
we-
we're getting to you.
We're getting to you right now,
you.
Ashley. We're writing you right now. So we have, did you ask her if she was single?
I asked Danielle Love
Okay.
if she was. So I can't.
Let's jump to Ashley.
Yeah, we're gonna-
Danielle, if you re-comment, we'll come to you. We need you to comment and remind us.
Okay.
For Ashley.
Ashley, you need patience. Let go of defeats and take them as a success of learning.
Oh, thank you so much. That's fine.
Dude, I need water.
She needs water.
I love you.
Our studio audience is getting us water in gobs.
Oh, no.
See, now if you really had a sense of humor, you were doing this drunk while you're eating pizza, like 11:30 on a Saturday night, channeling the spirits.
I was almost eating cereal the one night while I was doing
I have
that.
no shame. What does this mean?
Use your intuition to guide you better. Listen to your guides because they've been trying to guide you. I'm getting drained really fast.
Oh, I'm sorry.
No, you're okay. Again, your guides are trying to guide you. Same card, just different meaning. Okay. So, let's see.
Let's take a break and you recharge yourself or talk about anything you want to talk about. What do you want to talk about? I'll hold the cards so you don't get drained too much.
What do you guys want to talk about? Last live feed, we talked about Atlantis and how I've been communicating with Nostradamus.
Is the end of the world coming? I'll ask.
No, the world can't end because that would push out a vibration that would knock off all the other
Okay.
planets.
So what's going to happen to us?
Well, there's a man coming, and he learns a lot from Hitler and Napoleon.
So we have another World War III?
I wouldn't put it like that. It's more like he learned from the past, and he's going to be he's going to be worse. But
How many
here's the
years?
thing.
It took in 5 years, 10 years, 20?
Think of how many people followed Hitler.
Oh, yeah.
If we don't do that this time, then he's going to lose out. He's not going to stay very long.
So we 10 years, 5 years, 20 years?
I can't give that yet.
Okay.
Yeah. But I got to tell you, Nostradamus, he's very, I don't want to say grumpy, but...
Dead for 600 years. He probably is
No,
grumpy.
I'm talking to him in real time.
Oh, okay.
As he's living, because it has to do the whole quantum thing that I'm doing.
Ooh, got sugar.
That's him. That's not me. Here, you.
I'm a fat person, people. I eat. Dum, dum, dum.
Not me. Then, okay, so I was going to discuss my new gift that I wasn't aware I had.
What gift do you have?
So when I do a past life reading, I can actually talk to your past loved ones from that past life.
I'm almost afraid to ask you who I was. I'm almost afraid to know. As I run for mayor and I fight the corruption, I'm afraid to find out I was like a peasant in China who like picked up crap all day. I'm afraid to know.
You're so cute over in the corner with your dog.
Our live audience. Who was I in the past? You allowed to tell me?
Well, we could do the cards on you.
Well, I want to know. I want to know who I was.
Okay.
And how all these people are connected to me in this life.
Well, it is repeating.
Means I did this before.
Okay.
We're getting the past life cards from me, people.
Okay, so this is how a past life reading kind of works.
Oh,
So
I got a like for a past life reading.
Okay, so, all right. I'm gonna pull that one out.
This is one life, or how many? What do I do?
It could be multiple ones.
So how many do I pull out?
As many as you want.
Am I an old soul?
Oh my gosh, yeah.
How old am I? With multiple lives?
No, now see, time continues here. So, time, there is no time anywhere else, but it still kind of keeps doing this roundabout. So, like, I get people all the time, like, well, how many lives do you think I had? Well, tomorrow
let me
it can
ask
change.
this. So, is it true that when you do a past life, like, for example, a past life means that I've lived before?
Mm-hmm. Here.
So, does that mean... Oh, sure, Jen, thanks. Does that mean that the people I've been with before, I keep following in this life and the other life and all that other stuff?
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay, so Native American is in your background.
I have a wonderful friend who is a shaman in Washington State who's
Okay,
basically...
now I have to lay these out so you
go
can't
ahead.
show them.
I'm sorry.
It's going to take a pattern like
Okay.
your soul contract, okay? So I'm laying out all the lives. So you're Greco-Roman,
I'm full-blooded Italian.
okay? You said you were of the land? that would be that land.
Oh, okay.
Okay, which you fought for. It seems like you're constantly going against
Corruption.
Yeah.
Imagine that.
Yeah.
Hopefully I'm winning more in this life than I did in the past. I'm a writer. Dum dum dum.
You were a mother. Hold on. Your past life wasn't showing on that one. You struggled to get food for your kids. You were a mother. You lived among the community. You had trouble with... Oh! I don't have enough room on this table. You didn't have enough money at the time. You struggled with food, getting food for your kids. You're fighting against authority figures. You want to show people that it's following him everywhere. And you lived and did among the land. Okay, now you were scribe.
So the stuff that I write now in my column that everyone makes fun of and laughs at, the political humor.
He's still doing the writing.
If you ever read me out, it's the Gay Life newsletter. I'm the Agony Aunt columnist. It's quite funny. So my goal is to... What was the card you separated? You took it out already?
Hold on.
There was a card. So what is my path then in this life, or what's going to happen to me? Oh, that's Native American.
Mm-hmm.
So what's supposed to be my...
The reason these are playing a role is because it's repeating. All these lives are repeating into one because in every life you were doing the same thing.
Oh, okay.
So that's all these are playing a role. Now, your children, you struggled a lot for your kids as a mother. And I think that's why you see your grandmother in the light that she was in. You connect to that because you were in that light at one point. Okay, struggling to feed your family and whatnot. The battle is still going in your eyes for the voice of others and community and trust and faith and
that's what I do now.
Coming
I fight
together
for the common person.
and writing it out and letting people know that you can be a voice just as much as you are. Is there a Bible figure that you're drawn to?
I've always liked Moses. Was Moses a writer?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Mm-hmm. He didn't do much of it, but yeah.
Okay, I didn't know that.
Yeah.
Let the waters part and everyone gets crashed down.
That's pretty much what's happening. I mean, if you think
You
about
ever
it.
do one of these on you? Yeah, I know you're talking about Queen Anne and some of the... Can we do you now? Or can you read yourself?
See, can I show you something that's really
You're going to show me
bizarre?
the picture?
No,
show
no,
your
no, no,
face.
no.
Oh.
I'm going to show you something that's really, really awkward. Okay. So I was blow drying my hair this morning. And I sent it to you, not in my pictures. I sent it to Yvonne. But I was blow drying my hair, and sometimes I get bored when I'm blow drying my hair.
You really are a blonde, aren't you? It's okay.
So
I won't tell anybody.
My bookcase is over here, and I'm blow drying my hair, and I'm looking
Yeah.
at my books. I'm like, oh, what's this one? Because I didn't remember seeing it, so I pull it out and I open it. And I open up to 123, and I was like, I'm like reading, I'm like, oh, okay, page 123. So I remember to go back to it. I was trying to remember, and I heard Maria say 22. Well, I've been seeing 222 or 22 or 2 in the last month. She knows. Every time we're in my car, I see it. And last night I saw it again. So I looked over to 222, or the page 122, and look what it says. It's upside down. Crap.
It says...
Don't say it out loud, though.
Oh, interesting.
Right?
You say it out loud. Can you read yourself?
Mm-hmm.
This is Christina's past life.
Oh, boy. Okay. Just double checking yours isn't in there with me. Okay. Okay.
Pulling a lot of my cards.
Mm-hmm.
That's my card too. So they're all my cards.
Yeah, that's what I keep thinking. Am I pulling for you again? Because these aren't mine. They're yours. I'm pulling exactly your cards.
You didn't get the
I'm gonna try one more.
Reshuffle. People like that you're pulling for me again.
I
Dum
know.
dum dum. The odds of her pulling the 6 same cards in a row that she pulled in the last time for shuffling are not that,
That's not a coincidence or nothing. I just saw 2 up at the corner. It's 29. Where's Farah? She's always keeping track of our counter. She's always like, it's gonna go up to 90. You watch. She's like, ooh, 70.
Well, with over 500 comments, people are watching. Thank you for the likes, people. And please remember to vote for me for mayor, my friend Taranto for council, Dan Stoner for school board. Please help us make a change in Johnstown.
Nope, there it is.
This is me again?
No, this is me.
Okay, Bible mother.
Biblical mother.
Okay.
Mother. Okay, my Irish background. I keep getting called to Ireland, actually. It's weird. I did a lot of traveling. Still do.
Keep going, Mary.
Egypt. I'm not from here. Again, with the leaving and traveling, that goes with all these lives. Okay, I did lose a baby in Ireland where I jumped to my death. That was my suicide that I had to learn from when I went to Plateau for a lot. And I had to relearn how to trust a life as it is. I don't know where that's coming from. Hold on. Oh, I do. The whole Jesus era. Me living among Jesus. Yep. Persecuting, Inquisition. His path with that. Repeating love with me and him. Enough said.
Dum dum dum.
Do you see this?
What's the last one?
Remember I kept saying I kept doubting some things? Okay, hold on. Let me show her.
Gotta show them too there. They're watching at home.
Okay, my biblical background. Anybody that knows is going to catch on to this super easy. My biblical background as a mother to who is the question. Also the spouse and mother. Spirituality. His imprisonment. And our relinquished love. Who am I? It's like playing Clue. Right? Weird. Okay. So, who else are we doing?
Someone comment for us for reading. And we'll pick you up next.
I think we have a list here. I still
I want them
Fisher.
to. Okay, Nancy Fisher, are you there? I feel like we're doing that. Are you there? Give us a sign. Shake the table. Ah. Waiting for someone to comment.
Are you out there? What?
Okay, you know how I'm going to have you read since no one's commenting?
Yvonne wants to know who's playing with her hair.
Who's playing with our hair? What do you say?
Yvonne.
What are you seeing that we don't see?
It's probably guides. The
Uh-oh.
guides, yeah. She's freaking out. Look at her face.
Why don't you read my future
She's like,
boyfriend,
who
my
is-
future spouse? We're going to read my love life that I don't have yet.
Who is playing with my hair? Wait, are my love cards here?
Where are they?
What's wrong?
Nobody's talking to us, so we're gonna play by ourselves.
Dum dum dum. We know you're watching. Dum dum dum. See, I'm not trashing anymore. They wrote it down too. You said they were watching, huh? Are they horrified as they're sitting at their little club? You tell your story. This is from me, obviously.
You tell your story.
Nope, you do it. There's no new person yet. Like someone's coming.
That's so you.
Just a little, people.
So you.
Just a little.
It's the one. Oh, repeating love.
What does that mean?
You pass life.
Okay. Oh, people like the fact that I'm gonna get laid. Good job. Good job. Keep liking people. It's
That's
been a
not
while.
what I meant.
What's this mean?
Okay, you separated from the past life, and now it's coming into being again.
What does that mean?
It means keep an open mind. Stop trying to control shit.
I'll try.
All right, Carrie Jaber.
Ooh, people like my little. Okay.
Let's do Carrie Jaber. real quick.
Carrie Jaber, you still there?
Let me pull. Let me do that. Man,
Ooh, shaking the table,
I'm
people.
thinking people are commenting. Yup.
Oh, we didn't see any comments. Oh, I'm sorry.
It's stuck on the Wow, that's a lot of comments.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Holy crap.
We didn't know.
Oh, there we go.
We didn't see any comments,
We
people.
weren't saying anything.
Okay, Nancy There it is. She was said
Where?
Nancy Saltz Fisher.
Oh, no, I'm here. Okay, so Nancy.
We didn't see any readings. We're
let's-
sorry, people. We're gonna read you next, Nancy.
We got stuck. I'm like, why isn't anybody commenting? Nobody's out there.
We didn't see any comments.
They were stuck. Wait, we should probably roll up because we're stuck again. Okay.
Okay. This is for Nancy. Sorry, Nancy.
Okay. Stop putting yourself in solitude here. Relax more, and you need a way to sleep better at night.
They're liking our. See, we didn't see. The feed wasn't moving. I feel so bad.
Make your decisions according to you, not others. What makes you happy. And understand that your destiny is in your hands, no one else's.
Who's next? Victoria Riviera, you are next. Come on down. The price is right. I'm going to be a regular Saturday night thing with you, aren't I? We're going to be doing people's readings. Good Lord. And if
Danielle, we tried, but you didn't answer us back.
Danielle, we'll get to you next. We're going to do Nancy Fisher first.
I asked you if you were single, and we were kind of waiting it out.
Okay, this is for Nancy.
Nancy needs to balance out and listen to her guides more. Yeah, see.
I see you,
double
Carrie.
Guide,
Remind me when I get to you. I'll ask you.
Double guide card.
You can only see 2 comments at a time, people, so bear with us.
You think things aren't happening fast enough, but they are. You have to be patient and understand that rewards come with time. Always stand your ground, but not too much that you're pushy.
I see you, Carrie Jaber. We're not going to forget you.
And if this also goes with your relationship, don't be too pushy and over demanding because they want you to come back more with love.
I see you, Coco Bongo.
The sacrificing you've made is going to be rewarded. You just, again, have to be patient.
Give me the pen. Let me write down some names.
Okay.
'Cause people are... guys, so you know, we're not forgetting. We only see... Who are we getting?
Gerard, we did you already.
Victoria Riviera was on. I see you, Coco Bongo. Who are the other names?
Nancy, we just did you.
Nancy, we just read you. Let's read for Victoria Riviera.
I did.
Okay.
I did her already.
Who's next?
Angela Kelly, we did her too.
We did Angela Kelly.
Yeah.
Did we do Danielle Love?
No, we were waiting on her.
Okay,
I
Danielle
asked her
Love.
if she was single.
We're going to read you next, Danielle Love.
Victoria, we just did you.
We just read you, Victoria. Okay, my operation. Okay.
Let's see, they didn't pull on that. They pulled on something else.
We see you, Julia. I'll write your name down. Julia, Tony. I didn't get the last part, but I say it there. Okay, we're reading for who now? Danielle.
Danielle. Okay.
Okay, this is for you, Danielle.
Danielle, we're waiting on your answer.
What did you ask her?
If she was single, remember?
Are
from
you
the last
single,
one?
Danielle? Oh, honey, that's hot. You should get the $500 and go on vacation. We could forge a picture and pretend we're on the couch with a blanket around us, and you could shake your boobs. And I can go, he's not gay. They said that about me. It's not, I was making it all up. I was faking being gay. Really? Get a life, people.
I'm pretty sure anybody
Get a
that hangs
life.
out with you is going to know you're gay.
Good Lord.
It's like hanging
Good
out
Lord.
with my best girlfriends. I love you, John.
Shake it, but don't break it, honey child.
And the funny thing is, I'm the male.
Oh, Cletus.
And you're the female.
Oh, Cletus. What you talking about, Willis?
I'm a male in heaven.
What'd you say about my mama?
You're female in heaven. I'm a male. That's our balance.
I mean, I'm a bitch. Is that what you're saying? Am I a bitch?
Yes.
Okay, we're going to read for... I saw Julia, Tony.
Yeah, we're still waiting on Danielle.
Danielle, we'll wait.
Hey, I'm single for 3
Okay,
years.
Danielle, we're going to read you.
So I was right.
We only
She's
see 2
single.
comments. Sorry about that, guys.
Okay, so yeah. So Danielle answered me.
This is
and
for
I
you,
said,
Danielle.
Are you single? Okay, so we got the solid.
Danielle,
2
you're
cards.
next.
Woohoo!
You got the woohoo card, Danielle.
Danielle, you got the woohoo card.
We like woohoo.
It means you're gonna get some woohoo. New beginning. Somebody's coming for you to balance you out and give you back love. Guides have been listening to you and they're bringing
Single
it
for
to
3
you.
years, she said. Thanks, Mindy.
Who was next? Daniel said
Julia Tony.
Julia Tony.
Dan, I never let you get a word in. She just I never shut up.
Wait, she said you never shut up?
Oh, I saw Dan a comment. What did you say, Dan? When I'm out with John, he never lets me get a word in. Oh, Dan, I'm sorry. I mean, I have a big mouth. Who is this for?
Julia?
Just for Julia Tony. I didn't write your last name down, Julia Tony, but you're there. So what does this mean?
I'm getting drained.
What am I doing? What did you just pull?
I just got really tired and I forgot what they said to me.
Dum dum dum.
So wait, who's this for Julia?
Julia Tony. I didn't write her last name. What the thing went to.
So we're going to start over because I'm getting drained and I didn't hear what they said to me and I forgot. Okay.
Okay, Julia Tony.
Tony needs some patience and guidance for your soul contract to be filled with wishes and no more conflict. No more conflict. They keep repeating it. No more conflict. Money coming into play. The number 3 is dominant for that new beginning. So 3 weeks to 3 months. Just wait it out. It's coming to you.
Okay, Miss Coco Bongo. Mikey Anthony. He's actually a friend of mine. Coco, if you're still watching, the next reading is for you. I know Coco in real life.
Okay, she gets recognition.
Coco is a well-known drag queen in Johnstown.
Holy crap. Do you see how dirty I am?
I'm sorry.
New beginning.
You need to charge you some energy?
Does she kind of look like her?
I could show you a picture. Not real. Coco, you can post a picture if you have one.
Okay, so new beginning.
Victoria said she didn't get a reading. I'll write your name down,
Victoria,
Victoria.
yes you did. All you have to do is go back and re-watch it. It's on there. You just have to re-watch the video. Okay.
Coco.
She's 2 people.
She's drag queen. She's drag queen.
Somebody's in her ear that shouldn't be.
Uh-oh.
Somebody with money that thinks they're guiding her, but she needs to be aware of what they're really doing. The temptation to be false.
Where's your energy drink? Okay, Patricia something Kelly. I didn't. Oh, there you are. Patricia Courtney Kelly. You are next. I wrote your name down. I didn't forget about you. We only see 2 comments at a time, Patricia, so bear with us. You are next. This is for you, Patricia.
We keep getting a lot of the recognition and reward. In this sense, they're saying that she needs recognition and reward. So it's different. And whoever has authority over her needs to see the benefits of who she is rather than tell her what to do. It might be a change in your job and money because whoever this is keeps weighing down on you. Yeah, suffering in silence with you. You're not speaking about what you're going through. You're basically sacrificing just to be there. But you're tempted to leave. And they're telling you that temptation wouldn't have been placed in your head unless it was part of your soul contract and you put it there. So it's just take the risk and leave if you can.
She said we read a different Angela. Angela Kelly.
Oh.
Just do one more for her anyway. Angela, we're going to read you next. Sorry, we only see 2 comments at a time, guys, so bear with us. I will write down. I'm writing down names as I see them, but we get 2 at a time. This one is for Angela Kelly. Or is it Angela Kelly?
She's suffering with money.
Is this true, Angela?
She sacrifices her money for others. Again, she asked for it in her soul contract to learn from that outcome. Something to do with her spiritual relationship and wanting something new. There's a lack of love, whether this is her being single, but she needs to listen to her guides to open that love up. Let go of the obstacles and challenges in your life and ask, that you learn from them rather than letting them get to you.
A guy asked me.
I don't know if I'm right on any of these. Nobody's really saying.
People, is she right on this stuff, people?
Marianne.
Oh, thanks, Marianne. There was a Nick Cremino who wanted a reading. I wrote his name down. The name jumped out at me. Nick, are you still there? I feel like we're doing the psychic. Are we there, spirits? Are we shaking the table?
I was going to bring
right on. Patricia said right on.
Okay.
Turn your tablet and let me see more comments. What does that mean? Oh, we can see the comments now, but we only see 2 at a time.
Yeah, but you won't see us.
Yeah, you won't see us if we turn them.
Yeah.
All right, let's read for Nick. Nick, are you there? Kim Stahl wants
Kim, honey, I already read you. And I'm not doing past life readings. That's a separate reading. I was just doing that to show him something.
Katie Miranda.
You're welcome, Patricia.
You want to read Katie Miranda?
Katie Miranda.
Okay, Katie Miranda. Katie, this one's for you. We see two names at a time. Bear with us, guys. Yvonne who? Oh, dum. We're going to. Yeah, I want to know. Who is this for? Who's this for? This is for who?
Katie Miranda.
Okay, Nick is still here. We'll get you next. Katie Nick.
Miranda?
Katie Miranda.
Okay. Her family foundation needs some hope and communication. And money is fluctuating because the communication is lacking. So if you open up to positivity and choose your thought process wisely, more positive.
We see you, Nick. You'll be next.
Money and other things will take place. It'll start shooting towards you. It's part of your contract to do it that way. That's your learning process. Yeah, victory and success. Just
Good
have
job.
to think more positive.
Okay, Nick, I think I'm pronouncing it Cremino. Sorry, Nick, I butchered your name. I see the feed for like 10 seconds, and then the next comment jumps up. No problem, Kim. This is for Nick, if he's watching. You're out there, Nick.
Okay. Nick is very aware of things that go on around him, but he has trouble balancing.
Is this you, Nick? Is this true?
Things happen very fast around him. Sometimes he comes out confused. But if he keeps standing his ground, the confusion should lessen. He needs to communicate his feelings better. Kind of holds back. There is something new coming for him.
It's for you, Nick.
The reason the reason they're preparing him is because then something new needs to be communicated well. But it's going to be a little bit of a wait till it happens. But it's something that he's been wanting.
Nick is saying true.
Okay.
Thank you, Nick. We
Use
need your
your
feedback.
smarts. Be smart about it.
Okay. We're going to read Yvonne. Yvonne is next. She's online too. I want to see what you get. We're not going to say your last name. We're just going to read Yvonne. I'll pull for you, make it, and she can read. Feel better? Do it.
Can I not say it on camera? Can I just pull?
Oh no, say it.
What if it's really good?
It's not gonna be.
What are you scared of? You work for a psychic. A medium, excuse me.
Yeah, I'm going to skip that one.
Why? You should get the woohoo card. I want to... Oh, let me see. Can you read someone whose name I'm not going to give you to see what they get?
Yeah.
I'll put the energy on. I want you to read. Okay. See if I pop up in it. Cham, I'm writing your name down. Cham Hammond. I wrote your name down.
Whoever it is emotionally withdraws has problems with strength and courage and needs hope to triumph and get their wishes fulfilled. They don't listen to their guides and they don't communicate well.
This person in my life spread?
I'm just pulling. You asked me to pull on them, so I'm pulling on them. They need a transformation.
Not going to happen. Okay.
They're saying they need to listen, have a transformation, or the communication's lacking, the intuition, listening to their guides isn't working. They have no strength, no courage, no confidence, and they withdraw very easily.
Okay.
Sound about right?
Yep. Okay. I wrote down Chan Hammond. This is for you, Chan. Bonnie, I'm going to write your name down. Don't move it. Bonnie, re-comment so I can see your name. I just saw Bonnie. I need your last name. Okay, Bonnie Gribble Hoffman. Okay, I wrote your name down, Bonnie.
He's trying to create a lot of memories.
Who's this for? Chan. We're reading for you, Chan.
He has a lot of passion in his belly. He's pulling in some money, but not enough to what he wants. And that's where that new beginning plate takes place, because he's pulling in something that he wants. And it's going to happen. They're saying it will happen. Just be patient with it. Don't let people manipulate you, because it's very easy for them to do that. And don't become bored easily. Once you become bored, find something that kind of sparks your interest. But don't get too entrapped in it that you lose your own life. Don't get engulfed in it. Don't believe everything you hear.
Kim wants us to do this every week. I could tell jokes.
Okay, I don't do this every week. The reason I started Spiritual Talk was to talk about spiritual things. Everybody and their mother's doing these. And I think that's why I don't want to do them. I'm different. I just don't want to sit here.
So pick a spiritual topic. Pick a spiritual topic. You want to gob?
No.
You sure?
Oh, I'm so sure. My Thrive, honey, is.
What's Thrive?
The powder, the shake I'm drinking, and the patch, and the.
So
pill.
what do you want to talk about spiritually?
I don't know. I think it's more like when I do this, I usually ask people. You're welcome, Cham. I usually ask people
Someone
what they...
wants an appointment with you.
Who?
Can we make appointments with you?
Yes, Sandra D.
Oh, I just touched something.
That's so neat, Sandra D. Sandra D.
You tell you, I just did something. What happened? It got brighter all of a sudden.
I think it's just the camera.
Okay.
Sandra, you can go on to the divinemedium.com, and under the readings tab are the readings there, and then you're going to want to inbox or call 814-254-4523 and get scheduled in. There's on the contact me or contact page. It gets brighter in here. On the contact.
When I get closer.
The contact page, you can find the address, phone, and the email in case you're out of country and you can't call us. So, yeah.
I'll ask a question for Spirit Talk. I've noticed that a lot of people I talk to are feeling trapped. They're feeling withheld. They're feeling like they're in a... I know what the word is. What is going on energetically that people feel so trapped?
Because we're slipping into the fifth dimension. And
so what does that mean?
It's there. When you slip into a new dimension, it's checking if you can go with them. Or are you getting left behind?
So what is the fifth dimension? I'll play dumb.
Okay, fifth dimension is past the fifth sense.
Okay, so we have sight. Sight's like
here.
We said vision and nose and taste and hearing and touch.
Those are the regular five senses.
So this is the psychic sense.
This is the seeing.
Okay.
Hearing.
She's doing the da-da-da.
Da-da-da-da.
Okay.
Because you're seeing a heightened awareness with spiritual visits, dreams are heightening, people taking on more empathic feelings, more the gay issues coming out more and being more accepted. There's a heightened metaphysical awareness where people are starting to get into crystals and oils and herbs because they want to change their natural healing process and they don't want to do medications anymore.
Right.
So that's going into the fifth dimension. Now, when you have people that are struggling, strife, and having a lot of trouble, they're going to have the most trouble slipping in to the fifth dimension because they're not doing the things that could ease those symptoms. Like, I've been going through it for the last 2 weeks. Like, I've been easily getting angry. I've had to cancel appointments this week because I've been too tired, too drained, not feeling it. And today, we switched out the salt again, and I was back on top again.
You're fixing your hair on the live feed.
I'm always fixing my hair.
And I'm looking at... And what's cool about this is I'm looking at myself reading my phone. This is hilarious. Mm-hmm. Oh my God. Sorry. Back to your story. I get distracted by things easily.
But if you do things to ease these troubles, you're going to be a lot better. Taking sea salt baths, sea salt basin with your feet. Using crystals to heal you, like if you're having trouble sleeping at night, taking an amethyst and throwing it in your pillowcase. I got a new crystal. My other crystal broke after 3 years, and I got a new one, and my readings are taking off. It might have been No, I know that it is. My guide's trying to show me, okay, you had this crystal for 3 years. It's taking you this far. Now we need to up it a bit. You're advancing, so get a crystal that it advanced with you. And I didn't like the fact that it was black, but the metaphysical properties behind it are exactly what I needed. And since I've gotten it, my readings have been like, I'm getting names and dates and blah, blah, blah. It's just been amazing.
So to tell people about, I have a porch light that I put in that has one of those sensors on it.
Okay.
And it's on when the light goes on. I've noticed I'll be in my house at weird times.
And it'll go off.
And there's the part of me that thinks, someone just talking to me. And it's always at the time when I'll say something that I need an answer on. And it doesn't happen all the time. And
Okay.
it usually freaks me out. I get a laugh out of it. Or people see signs like that in their life. What do they mean and who's talking to them?
Okay, well, those are your guides. If you're talking about something in your head about something with your life, that's going to be your guides giving you...
Bonnie's been begging us like 20 posts. Can we do one more just for Bonnie? Because she's begged us like 20.
Well,
Bonnie,
Bonnie's my regular.
Okay,
Anytime
we're gonna read you, Bonnie, because you've begged like 20 times and I'm seeing it.
Anytime I do a radio show, Bonnie always calls
Oh,
me.
okay.
Can I give mine away to someone?
Hmm?
Can I give my reading away to someone?
Yeah, we'll give it to Bonnie.
We're reading you now, Bonnie.
So the other signs, like getting pennies, getting feathers, like with my son, he gives me leaves. Those are the signs from your loved ones. Now, Justin was in bed. I wasn't home, and I put one of those motion detectors in the hallway.
Okay.
And he finally told me, was like, we need to take that out. And I go, why? What's wrong? And he goes, well, all the boys are here with me. I'm looking at the hallway. The sensor light's going off, and it shouldn't be, and I'm seeing shadows when it's going off.
So who is that, or what is that?
That's spirit
Okay.
coming around you. Yeah, the sense motion detector light is sensing.
Oh, thank you, Shay. I know Shay. Shay's cool. Shay is the student activist who led the protest last March against the middle school.
That's awesome.
You should almost read Shay because she's so super awesome. But
Yes.
we're going to do
Bonnie.
Bonnie, you're first.
Bonnie, your spiritual union with your husband has been a mental anguish, and that's just because of something he's going through that you have to watch. And they're telling you it's okay, you agreed to it, it's in your soul contract, and you've been choosing the best you can for him, so I'm guessing he's sick. Something you watch tends to show me something he's going through that you have to watch. You have a very amazing relationship. There's a lot of love going on there. Yep, here. I said there's a lot of love going on there, and I got the love card.
Bonnie's going, yes.
Okay. He tells you the truth, you tell him the truth, and your guides are telling you something is coming soon, so they've been kind of preparing you for this. But it's gonna, in the end, it's all positive, because
She's going, yes, yes, yes.
no matter what he goes through, in the end,
For her.
in the end, it's going to be positive. It's almost like a release goes off of him. It's no more struggle, no more strife, and a new beginning for you. But that love still continues, and I'm getting that he gets received into the light.
Yes, yes. Shay, if you're still watching, Shay is the amazing, I believe she's a freshman right now at the high school. She led the protest. I was a part of it. There was about 100 of us outside the middle school last year. She was the one that you heard the chanting with. She was our student organizer to bring change to the school. And she's an amazing youth. Your first card, Shay, is balance. You talk.
You have struggle with balance, actually. You have trouble planning correctly. When it comes to projects, you're easily planned, but when it comes to your life, you have trouble.
Well, she's 14. I mean, you have to.
Yeah.
You're a teenager.
But there's a lot of light around you. You have a divinity. You have a path of divinity, so you're being overly protected. You have a lot of power in your voice. People listen, but you keep yourself in solitude, and that might be because of who you are. Well, Bonnie said I was on the nose.
And Carrie Jaber asked again. She's asked quite a few.
Something's coming fast for you, but it's in your favor, and you are kind of sensing that it's coming.
Just for you, Shay.
Always stand your ground and always stand firm, because you're being protected spiritually during that journey. So just keep doing what you're doing.
Hello from Wisconsin.
Okay.
Carrie Jaber, though, asked like 5 times.
Who?
Her name was Carrie Jaber. I don't know who she is. Carrie, if you're watching, Carrie, where are you from?
Man, I can't. You got like doctor's handwriting.
I almost have a PhD. I never finished my dissertation. I didn't want to be a professor.
You write like a doctor.
Mm-hmm.
Look at this. He writes like a doctor.
What? What?
Okay, she's been feeling trapped, but she will triumph.
This is for Carrie Jaber.
Mm-hmm.
Carrie Jaber, this is your life.
Your guides have been talking to you.
Oh, she's in Westmont. Hi, Carrie.
That's not hers. Oh, your guides have been talking to you. This entrapment that you've been feeling is something that you gave to yourself before you came here. It was to learn from it. Once you do, that's when your journey takes off and this harvest starts placing and flourishing. And you're very smart, so they're telling you to continue being smart. Continue to maneuver smartly. Don't let dark or negativity take place. Overtop it with the positive. Okay.
Was she right, Carrie?
So, spiritual talk. What do you want to talk about?
The porch light thing in the guides.
Okay.
Our guides talk to us through physical manifestations of energy.
Mm-hmm.
What else? People, like, for example, I am doing something on a massive scale with the lawsuits, with the protests, with the complaints.
Now,
Are my guides influencing me? What am I doing?
Yeah, any decision that you have coming into your life, you placed there before you came here. It was all part of your soul contract, even the options that are being placed. It's like this. If you have a decision to make, you have to, once that decision is in your head, it branches off into 2. One you chose, one you didn't. But they both are living out, okay?
Hi, Donna Will. She's a local business owner of Hip Barber. She asked, what kind of deck is that? Hi, Donna.
Which deck?
Which deck, Donna?
The purple or the pink?
For those of you who know Donna, she is the Hip Barber. She is probably, I think, the only professional person who has a man shave. She is absolutely amazing. I've had a shave from Donna. By the way, Donna, I kind of need a haircut, but that's okay. I don't have time. Donna is amazing.
Somebody asked about a pendulum.
Someone asked about a pendulum also.
Okay, so your answer, yes and no, is strictly designed for you, okay? So...
Pendulum. So that does the shaky thing?
Yeah, but I'm going to take this price off.
I had an aunt who used to do a pendulum, but her hand always gets sore.
Okay, so you want to hold it in your dominant hand, which this is my dominant hand. Okay, so you can see my hand's not moving. Okay, you hold your hand here, and I'm going to say, show me yes. Mine's always circles. See how it's doing circles. Now, I'm going to immediately, in my head, and you don't have to say it out loud, show me no, and mine's going to be a straight line. And see, it immediately goes into a straight line.
That is so cool.
Mm-hmm. And then you just ask questions. So the yes and no is strictly for you. It's you asking, show me yes, show me no, and it does it.
Question. Am I going to win the election as mayor? Be mayor of Johnstown?
I got yes, so we're going to see if it follows. So there we go.
Wow. Am I going to win? Ask a strict yes. Ask a question for me. What do you want to know about me?
No. Are you gay?
It's going to go straight line. $500 reward.
No, it's still going yes.
Do I already know my relationship coming up? I had a pass with him.
Nope, it's slowing down. And that is a no.
Oh, good. So it's not sooner in the past. Great job.
Straight
Great
line.
job.
I'm trying to come back so they can see I'm not moving it.
Yvonne, ask a question for me.
Is he getting married?
When?
When is he getting married?
Well, you can't
Yes
ask
or
that.
no?
It's yes or no. Wait, it's going yes. Look.
Am I getting married next year?
I just said, when's he getting married? Or is he getting married?
Yes or no? It's yes or no. Oh, it's next year. Wow.
No, wait, hold on. No, it's slowing down. You have to give it a minute to go. And it's no, not next year.
Okay. But I'll be with someone this year. I'll be with him this year.
Now it's picking up.
Okay. Well, I could live with that.
Yes.
Listen, I'm not doing nothing. This thing's doing it on its own.
Get
Can I ask
married.
about you? Is that embarrassing you?
Go ahead.
Is Christina getting married? You're gonna bitch slap me, aren't you?
Says no.
Aww. Is Christina having any more children?
I already knew that.
Oh, you're young.
I can't. I don't think I'm meant to get married.
You're young.
So.
Okay. Give me a topic. The Prince of Ties is not about princes nor ties discussed.
I met my guy through your guidance. Why did I cry so heavily, and why did I have profoundly heavy feeling in my chest?
Well, that's basically the emotion you get when you do a meditation with your guides.
See this? We have a question from a reading from Cham, sorry.
You called me he. I am in a female body, but feel more masculine. Did you pick up on that? Yeah. I will always pick up on the true meaning of who you are.
No, I don't look at names. And actually, I don't even remember if you said his name.
I did. Yeah, I think you did a reading.
Okay, well, I'm male in heaven. He's female.
Oh my God, I actually got to tag Justin, put a ring on it.
I don't know if he will. I think we're just happy the way we are.
And that's sometimes the way to be, in balance. Someone asking Jimmy Rice, how do we get to know our guides?
A lot of it has to do with, there's an intuition course that I teach on how to communicate with them. Put your hand under it. And
what's it supposed to do?
you ask it, show me yes.
Show me yes.
You could do it in your head too if you
I don't think I have the mojo.
No, you have the wrong pendulum.
Oh.
This just jumped out at me. So
okay.
go to the pendulums. You don't want to pick one?
I don't think I'm that cool. Okay.
Go ahead.
Where are they, over here?
Yeah, by the window. By the window. Ooh, it got real dark in here when you left. And okay, so there's a meditation that you can do on my website. It's thedivinemedium.com. It's under the shop called down on the drop-down menu. It's called the Guided Meditations, and it's like $5.99. Then I have the Intuitive course that's 19 weeks, and you do it at your own pace. It's $15 a week whenever you want to do it. I have people that call in and say, hey, I want 5 weeks, or I have people that buy 1 or 2 weeks on the website, and we just add them. It's a private page. Each week is a private page on Facebook, and it's live feeds, people commenting. It's really cool. It's very interactive.
I got a moonstone.
Ooh.
So I say, what do I say?
Show me yes or show me no.
Show me yes.
Oh, thank you, Chan.
I mean, I have no mojo.
It's not moving for me.
Heather, you might want to snakes sacks.
Show me no. I guess I have no mojo.
It's not moving.
I have no mojo.
Let me try.
That's okay. No mojo for me.
You might need a wood one.
Are we back on the wood piles? I
No,
got
that's
big
serious.
wood.
I know somebody that couldn't work with the gems, and the second they picked
It's always
up
about
the
the wood pile.
the second they picked up the wood pendulum,
God.
it took off on them. See, gems always take off with them. I have some.
I'm not the reader,
I have
it's
good
you.
energy. Look, it said no. I have not good energy.
Uh-oh.
It's calling me out. Look, it's taking off.
Ooh.
Oh my God. It's saying shut at the front door.
Ooh, Cletus.
What?
It says I don't have good energy, but it's going like crazy.
Do I have good energy? Let's ask about energy.
Yes.
Oh, too bad. I'm not the devil.
Look, it's taking off again.
Oh, good job.
You know what my favorite is when somebody comes in and goes, look, it's saying yes. I'm like, that's not how that works.
Aw, she is pretty. She's very pretty. You haven't shaked your boobs in a while. I want to start liking some more.
So when you come here to this thing... Sean, you make me do the craziest things when
It's
you're around.
ratings. I'm a talk show host. People want to see it. They don't care. But I came on tonight because I wanted to talk. I said, all the likes are coming. You're talking about your boobs. They want to see your boobs.
So who wants to see this
Yeah. But we came on tonight to talk about the election. I am running for mayor. My friend Joe Tranto is my running mate running for city council. Dan Stoneworks running for the Greater Johnstown School Board. We are trying to create a change in Johnstown. When the video is over, you could rewatch all of our past conversations about politics and what's going on in our government. The puppet master was watching, huh? Oh, that's so hot. I'll have to write about it in my column tomorrow. But please, please, go out and vote. That's the big thing. We need a change. As far as spirit talk goes, talk about how your mediumship works. What do you do for your clients? Let's do an ad for you.
I don't know, Yvonne.
Yvonne?
Nobody can see you.
Little puppet, little hand puppet?
She's like, how's my medium? Well, I mean, I see them, I hear them, I smell them.
What'd I do?
You don't want to delete them?
No.
They say when your pets pass away, they cross the rainbow bridge. So when we pass to they greet us, do we?
Okay,
What's
here's
the truth about the pets?
Okay, pets are us, we are them, they are us. You get to choose the path that you want to learn from. So whether it's a plant, a tree, a rock. Because when I passed, I saw everything pulsating, even rocks were pulsating, which shows that they have life. And if God created crystals, and crystals are rocks, and the rocks are made into the mountains and caves, God created it, so it's put into life, so it has life breathing in it. Now, the pets, here's how I compare it. You have a pet that's stupid and a pet that's really smart and human-like. They act human. The one that acts human has always been a human.
My dog is really smart.
And the one that acts stupid has always been an animal, whether it be a bear, pig, horse, cat, dog. They're just not getting the human part because they never lived that life out. But if you have a dog that acts human, that's because they've been a human, and it's just...
So how do we pick them, or they pick us, or what's the point of us having?
It's both. It's in the contract. It's an agreement. It's kind of like with the kids with the lining up of the mommies. I pick my mom, I pick my dad.
I'm going to ask a horrible
question.
question.
Why I picked my mother, I don't know.
When you see on the news all the horrible animals that are abused or killed or worse, what is the
That
why?
is dark. That is dark, trying to keep... Okay, it's going both ways. One, after you decide to do like an
comments
animal...
coming up, so I see all the likes.
Oh, yeah.
There we go.
Okay, after you get to like an animal life, because there's like a succession.
Thank you, Sandra D.
There's a succession of learning. So if you get to the animal life, dark will do whatever it can to not get you to the next level. Okay, it's just like with kids stomping on ants.
Yeah.
Okay, it's still dark. You're still doing something mean. And then with the people acting out negatively and being abusive, that's dark again, having us go against our own kind.
Now, you were just talking about how we pick our parents and what our goals. For example, my mother died when I was 13, but I always had my grandmother until she died 2 years ago, and we had she was like my real mother in a sense. I always had her.
Right.
What was the point of that? How did it play out? What was the...
Your mom's contract was up to a point, okay? It's not that she was leaving you or anything like that. It's just, it's kind of like this. Why is Eden in Florida? I'd rather have her here. But I understand that some kids can't stay with parents, whether it be her dad or her mom, me, her mom. I kind of slowed on that one. Her learning journey took her to Florida. I can't be there. I have to be here doing my mission, and she's there doing hers. And it's the same thing with your mom. She was to learn to a certain point, and having her here would have been different. Who's to say you wouldn't be this person who reaches out and is helping all these people? You could have been loved by your mom enough to not have to worry about other people's stuff. But maybe having your mom be a lacking in your life pushed you to be this outcoming
so it was
voice.
a purpose.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
So that's why I was a mute for 7 years. Horrible story. Don't know how I'm still here.
And now you're the big voice in
Now
Johnstown.
I'm a big mouth. Whether I win or lose, I'm all over the place. I always laugh at that little fact. 7 years, I couldn't say anything. I spoke about the pad and write. That's the irony of this whole thing. You have someone who was a former mute who is the loud mouth voice. It's amazing. Scratchy voice and all. We running out of things to talk about? It's 9:30. Do you help with investigations? Like, for example, if someone's looking for something that,
Yeah, I do. I've found lost pets before. I do homicide, missing person cases. I don't talk about them, obviously.
Well, you have confidentiality.
Yeah. Well, it's not only that. It's like I don't, especially when you have cases where.
Let me ask you. I used to love to watch The Ghost Whisperer. Not The Ghost Whisperer. It was a Medium. Remember Medium, the show?
Okay, yeah.
And when in the Medium, the show, and I can't think of the actor's name.
Okay, do you remember the Ghost Whisperer show?
Yes.
Okay, Kate.
I used to watch that too.
Favorite.
I love that show.
Okay,
Yes.
well that's me. Hi, welcome to my shop.
That's why
And there's ghost shit that happens all over my shop. And Caitlin gets freaked out, my assistant, and I show up at the shop, and she's outside the shop, and I'm like, what's going on? And she's like, I'm not going in there. There's
Why?
something going on in there, and I can't deal with it. You need to go in there and do something. Right?
Yeah.
Right? So I'm the
Ghost Whisperer.
Ghost Whisperer. They made the show about me, pretty much. Hi, how you doing?
I used to love that show. And they had all the dramas and all that.
Oh yeah, and I'm talking to myself, and people were looking at me like I'm nuts. Like, I'm not really talking to myself. There is somebody there.
Are you still working on planning the carriage house benefit?
I am, but it's been kind of stalled. We're
$500. Think
keep-
about it.
I keep-
$500 all for you.
I keep getting feathers. Look how cool these are, though. Look at
So
that.
who is this a sign of?
Angels. Angels.
I really wish I could have a full reading by you, Christina. I have no money, though. You're really incredible.
We do donation readings, but with how my schedule is right now, it's really hard. I'm booked all the way out till June, so it would be really hard to get you in right now.
Well, I do People Die So Soon. My daughter and I lived for, was it 12 days or 12 years? Whoops. For 12 days. Oh, Carrie, I'm sorry.
Okay, Carrie, that has to do with, now, I'm not going to say who, it's somebody in my family, that was going through a lot of miscarriages, and I was asked, you have this communication, why is this happening, why do I keep losing them, what the hell's going on? So I talked to Maria for about 2 weeks, and I summed it up to like a 3-page email that basically that soul is what's called a pure soul. They never leave God. They've never left heaven. They have a specific mission deemed by God. So like when we do our soul contracts, it's deemed by us, God, and our guides. Whereas their soul contract doesn't have a guide, they have a guide, but the contract is deemed by God. They're only supposed to do a mission for a very short time, like my son was one of them. If he wouldn't have came, we wouldn't have known I had a mass in my uterus. So
you would have died a lot younger.
Mm-hmm.
So when a baby dies at a young age, do they stay in a baby state? Do they grow up on the other side?
No. Everybody's at their soul age.
So what does that mean?
Nobody's. There's no time in heaven, so nobody's older than 35. If you want to put an age on it, we're just energy light. These are just costumes to come to planets. Okay, so like if you went to another planet, it would be a different costume because we have to breathe certain air here, we have to eat certain food, so this vessel can handle being here. Okay. Whereas another vessel on another planet would look different, they would eat different things, they'd breathe different things, like helium, I don't know, something like that. It's some kind of gassy planet. So we're just soul lights, and we're putting on clothes. And it's heavy when we put it on. Did you hear that?
Mm-hmm.
Did you hear that?
Yeah, I don't know what it was. What was that?
It seems like a child going, woo. Did you hear it?
I did hear it. I did hear it.
Because I was talking about planets, so he thought it was kind of cool. So we have a child here. Okay.
Well, I have any more children. I had lost one and still feel that missing space. Heather.
They never left you.
Oh, someone heard it too. The woohoo. I don't know what that was.
Ooh. I have stuff happening here all the time. Okay. So basically, what I need you guys to understand is your loved ones never left. The body left. Your loved ones are like a hop and a skip in the next room. So this is Earth, this is heaven.
You're going to do the shake and thing again.
They're blending with us.
I can just see it now on the change page. He's talking about breasts. Oh, okay. The trash is going to start, Christina.
So they're blending together, okay? So it's like a hop and a skip to the next room. Earth is not up. We're blending with Earth. So that whole chill that you get through your body when you're just sitting there, that's a loved one.
So when we come into at this life, do we have a contract for how many children we'll have or who we'll raise, or how does that?
Yeah, I mean, there's contracts with people that everyone that comes in our life, and it's like a domino effect where one person affects us, it affects somebody else, and so on and so forth. So your contract is very precise, but your contract doesn't go like linear. It's like all over the place.
And it goes where it's like, okay.
And Plan A could be going into effect with Plan F. Like, just basically whatever you're choosing throughout your life is how you're playing it out. You're in a movie. You're the actor, the executive, the writer, the producer. How you want your life to play out is you're writing the script. So make it the way you want.
Do we change the script?
Yeah, you can.
Okay.
Who was it? You that taught me the lines on your hands? If you
Lines
photocopy,
change. Yeah, lines change.
3 months later, if you did it again, it would change. You're very
lines
correct
change.
in saying that. Now, for example, this is new. That was never there before.
Someone's waiting for activity in the background. Oh, look, that's just a bump.
No, it.
Oh, there's a line?
No, it's a birthmark that just showed up.
Oh, look, that's not a line thing.
And that one.
That's a birthmark. That's
That's
also
what I'm
called
saying.
an old age spot because you're old.
I am not old.
Some old people have liver spots all
But
over their arms.
here's what I'm going to tell you. This came after I died, and I came back. So, very weird.
No activity in the background, huh? Well, we have a reflection.
Oh,
too.
yeah, they usually look at my mirror at my house. Because I'll
Okay.
have activity show up.
Small back room.
Spirit and back behind you guys.
Is there someone
Small.
behind us?
See, that's what I'm saying. That little kid's here. So I'm
I don't
wondering
see
if
anybody.
he's...
Going back and forth. I wonder who the kid
Yeah.
is. No, she's not old. I was making fun of her, Katie. We're friends.
Good God, I feel old.
No, you're like
If- no.
35. You're not that old.
No, if you knew my soul age, you'd
How
be
old is
like,
soul age?
you need to go home.
Internet soul pass. Oh, well. What does it mean when we love someone and we can't say goodbye? That's the gist of
Because
Cham's question.
you've said so many goodbyes to them in every life. It gets harder and harder.
What does it mean
He's
when
a prime
someone,
example. I've lost him in every single life as a child.
when someone allows us to witness their passing and waits sometimes when people die, they'll walk out, some people continue to stay. What does it mean when you get to stay and watch someone die?
Because they asked for you to be there.
To help them with the journey. So is that also why sometimes when people are like in a hospice situation, the family will leave the room and they'll die while they're gone to get breakfast?
Now they were an independent soul to a point, and they didn't want their last memory of them being like that.
So when someone chooses to be with you, what does that mean when they die?
That's an agreement that they agreed to be there when you pass. Now I get clients that say, you know, why wasn't I there? Why wasn't I allowed to be there? Because you know why? Because you would be replaying it and replaying it and replaying it, and they didn't want that, so they excluded you from the whole event to keep you from thinking and thinking and thinking about it.
I know when my grandmother died, I was there with her. It took her 9 days, and I was actually in the room and watched. And I found a great solace out of being there for the moment. That's why I asked what that means.
Now, there's a book I'm writing on all the whole death experience. I can actually, with this little machine, tell you where in the room a loved one is, and where in the room an angel is, and where the portal is that's opening to take your loved one. Another thing is...
I'm going to be selfish. So what happens when we go? Like, for example, God forbid I killed over dead right now. Would someone come get me?
Not in every case. You might there's 4 different ways to go to heaven. There's the valley, the gate, there's the space tunnel, and then the light tunnel.
So
now, whether you have loved ones that show up, or an angel, your guide, it just depends. Like my grandmother, it was horrific to watch her. And I
was going to ask, why are some people's death painful and some just kind of fall asleep?
Because I specifically, the connection I have to Jesus, I specifically said to him, she needs to go right to heaven. Like, no stop, no go. Like, no plateau, no this, no that. She going right in because of everything she's been through. She was raped, had a child out of that rape. She was horrifically beaten by my grandfather. Like, the list goes on and on. She would sacrifice every dime for us, made us all our food. She's one of those people that just needed to go right in. And because I asked for that, she went through what's called a one-sided life review, where she
So I read it. I mentioned that to me, but I'm saying so we have the 4 choices. So when we die, tell me about what happens when like you hear the story of someone, a little Auntie M comes and sees them, or their father, their mother, their brother, their friend.
Them coming to get them
So
prepared for the portal.
And that's a good thing. So what happens when you go?
Like
to
my
the portal?
my grandmother kept telling us. Well, she kept mistaking me for this Julia, a sister of hers that died when she was like 7. And then I would move out of the way, and she would still be talking to Julia.
So you said there's no time in spirit time, so they just come and get you. So when they do get you, what happens next? You have the life review?
You get the life review, and then if you're in plateau, the life review just keeps continuing. It's a Catholic's way of saying purgatory, but they make it worse than it really is.
So you have to be bad to do that?
It's not necessarily bad. It would be more like where the overdoses go, really negative people that had trouble forgiving, somebody that would commit suicide. Your guides are there, but you don't know that they're there. It's kind of like, okay, I had an NDE describe something to me. He had said that he was taken to a church. Now, this is his perspective. They will change things to your perspective if you're about to come back from an NDE, because you didn't go past a certain point of the truth of heaven. So they make things comfortable around you. Kind of like with that kid, heaven is real. They gave everybody angel wings because he thought, this is what he wanted to create. This was his reality. So he was sitting in this church, and these 4 wise men, the elders, were talking. But it seemed like they were talking to multiple people in different discussions. But it all was coming to him. And he said he could feel other people, but there was no one around him. But he knew other people were there.
So after your life review...
That, to me, is plateau.
Where do you go after you life review, plateau, whatever you call it? What happens
transition.
Next? So what's that mean?
Transition is reintroducing you back into heaven.
So do you see all your family, friends, loved ones?
And all the lives that you had with them. So your mom being your grandmother, your sister, your brother, your cousin.
So are there some people who, when they cross over, go right to that stage? If they had a good life and they were hardworking and honest?
That's what I was getting at with my grandmother. She went through what's called a one-sided life review. Now, when she passed, she eventually went through the life review where she felt everybody else. Do you ever have somebody that die and you were getting like old memories you hadn't even thought of?
Yeah.
They're going through the life review with you.
Okay.
That's
so after you do the life review and you get to see your family, I guess like a celebration, what happens next? You're just done?
You can do lectures, you can stay, you can decide to go right through to another path, to another life.
If you stay, what are you staying for?
To be one with God. Say
Okay.
you really missed him and you felt like this was too heavy, too weighed down on you, and it was too long. So you want to become more intimate with God, so you just stay within God.
I'm going to ask another question. For those of you, do we have comments? I don't know if we're... No.
You have to go this way.
There are some people who get involved in really bad relationships. They pick the wrong person. They get abusive. They do it on purpose.
But you have to also understand. You also have to understand. Like my mom was. I'm not going to put it out there. She wasn't very nice. But I also understood that she took on that role so that we would learn certain things. Because everything can't be peaches, honey, and balloons and flowers.
Yeah.
So we have to go through certain things. So it's almost like the abuser takes on a bigger role because they're agreeing to be that way. And then when they go back to heaven, they understood why they couldn't change. And if you do have an abuser that is changing, that's their humanity coming through, saying, okay, I agreed to this, but I can't do this role anymore, so I'm going to be nice now. And they start switching roles. Now it's the ones that aren't changing that are going to go to plateau.
So like someone like Chandler says, do spirits hug us? Do they visit us? How does that work?
It's that tingling, numbing on your skin. I get that all the time with Maria, where she touches my shoulder to try to tell me something. I've had spirits lay down and cuddle with me in bed, which freaks me out because I don't like being touched, and they know that. I was in the middle of a reading, and I remembered that morning, my whole right leg lit up, and then right in the middle of the reading, my leg did that again, so I mentioned it. I said, wow, that's really weird. And she said that her dad was an amputee. His right leg was cut off.
So how many guides or angels do we have?
It just depends on your mission. Everybody's different.
Do they come and go at different times? But then when we need them the most?
They're always there. It's just some might push forward more than others, depending, like say you took up painting. Your creativity guides will push through for more. If you're in something like your
like what you're doing, your protective your protective angels are going to push through more.
So how many protective whatever do I have?
There's a lot.
Okay. Will they continue to be with me?
Yeah, because you would have been done and out already.
I wonder.
So, yeah.
Yvonne, give me a question for Christina. Put you on the spot.
She won't talk. She's mute.
Oh, I'm sorry.
She's trying to.
I used to be one.
She's being one with your
Yes.
mission.
I'm just listening and comprehending. I'll think of one.
Ooh, it got bright.
Any chance? There's a multiplicity of religions in our world.
There's no religion in heaven.
Right. So we're all under one
Well,
spirit, form, God, whatever you want to call
Yeah,
it.
it all comes back to one thing, but I think it's more of categorizing everybody's different like-mindedness. They
You
felt like they had to
mentioned-
have religions to do that.
Like you said, you were the man, I was the woman. We can talk about physical and male energy. I'm doing a gender, sexuality.
There is no gender in heaven because gender reproduces, so there's no need to reproduce in heaven.
So when you go to the other side, you recognize someone's spirit. That's
Yeah,
who they
it's
are.
a spirit. It's a spirit recognition, and my masculine side comes out more than my female side. Like
So is
God,
that why
when
when
God's creative, His female side is coming
So
out.
is that
more.
why when you see someone and you feel like you automatically know them and you have
Soul
no reason why?
recognition.
You have a reason. Okay. That's why we cling to people. Good or bad.
Yes.
Good or bad. Okay.
Yeah, with the bad ones, it's more like I'm trying to figure out how to fix it. So you keep staying in it, and it never gets fixed because it's not meant to. That's the whole lesson, is not to change them, but accept them for who they are, and if you can't live with them, then to walk away.
Okay.
And understand the journey apart from them.
Last time we did one of these, we weren't on camera, we talked about President Trump. Give us some insights for Trump. I see some more comments.
Oh, I've talked
I'm using
about
his
this,
slogan for the
talked
election.
about- I
Make
know.
Johnstown great again.
I talked about this a lot. He was anointed. There's a difference between...
You use that same term on me, though. I don't know how much. I don't know what that means. What does that mean to be
It means
anointed
God,
in Johnstown?
It means God placed you there. Now, Trump God described him to me as like Nebuchadnezzar in the Bible. He had a filthy mouth on him, and he wasn't the best person everybody loved, but he brought change. And what I was shown was Trump's only mission is to bring back wealth to this land. We are the new land of milk and honey.
You've said that about me, so if you're saying, and you're putting your name, what's my...
Not the land of milk and honey.
Right.
You're to bring back wealth to Johnstown and bring a voice to the people that are being bullied, that are being pushed down.
So you actually think you're saying openly I'm winning. You're endorsing this. I'm amazed. Because when I lose, I'll be like, here's the video.
If
So
you
my-
lose,
so my-
no, and it doesn't go back on me because here's the thing. Your decisions and everyone's decisions play out. As I see it now in your contract,
Right.
is that you win. I saw your office, I saw your secretary, I saw us doing some kind of programs. That can change based off of something you might mess up saying
Or doing.
and it's your guides trying to keep you in line.
So what is the function I'm going to make then other than being a voice?
Be a voice, stay positive, and your guides will just align everything on your contract how it's supposed to be. When you go and let the ego take over, that's when they're going to pull you out.
I usually am not like that, though.
Yeah.
Truthfully,
Now, Trump has an ego, so I asked about that.
His Twitter page.
And it didn't matter. The ego in his situation has to play out.
Oh, it makes him who he is.
Yes.
Makes him who
He
he
has
is.
to be that person because a lot of people are afraid to approach him.
What does it mean when you dream about a dead relative? As Trump is restoring some of our laws, as all or not, he also delayed something bad that is still to come here. What does that mean?
I don't know what that is. I want to go back to the first question with the dreaming. Those are your loved ones coming to you. Now, a lot of people, you can't take your dreams at face value. Here's what's happening. Your body falls asleep. Your soul does not need to sleep. So if it's a minute here and 1,000 there, just imagine how many years you've been gone. So when you come back to your body's like, what the fuck? Where the hell were you? I gotta make 4 hours of this? So your dreams are all crazy and things because your body's trying to make sense of where the hell you just were. And that's where you get the crazy dreams. But then your dreams actually have messages of where you were. And it's to help you in your life. And when you see a loved one, that's really them. Because your soul's off doing things. Your body needs to sleep. Your soul doesn't really need to do any of that. So that's your soul's free time. It's pleasure zone. And when you... Did you hear the kid? Woo! Who heard the kid go, woo? I'm telling you. That is great. I love when they interact on my live feeds. Woo!
Oh my god, that's so
twice.
funny.
That's twice he did that. That's awesome. Woo!
What about, but we're talking about anything else with Trump? Or about my candidacy?
No, nothing with Trump. Just that he's to replace 4 judges, and I think 1 was already replaced. He died or something. I guess I did a whole live feed of prediction on Trump, of what God, I had like a book, and the one night God just talked to me, and I just kept writing it out and writing it out and writing. There's page after page after page, and I did a whole live feed on that, I predicted Trump years ago. I knew this was coming. So did The Simpsons.
Will Trump be a 2-term president?
You saw The Simpsons,
yes.
right?
He destroys the country and Lisa has to save it years later.
The funny thing is, Trump is the last president I see.
So what does that mean?
That means I think he brings such a change that it goes back to the whole king and queen era. Where
We're not going to have a king in America.
No, it's not. I'm not saying that. It's kind of like that. Like, I feel like one of his blood relatives will take over, but it won't be like a presidency. It's like he gives back freedom to the people. If that makes sense.
In order for the country to function, we still have to have some kind of leadership. So we're going to have to elect someone to rule.
But I don't see a president. That's what I'm saying.
I wonder what that means.
Yeah, he's the last one I see.
Well, that could change.
So I think he goes more than 2 terms. It could be 6, 8.
They have to change the Constitution. 2-term limit.
Yeah.
Plus, he's 70. You know, he's up there.
Who's to say his daughter doesn't be the next one?
What was it? John, how do you feel
Maybe
about
maybe that's why
woos? What's that word? The woos?
Oh, when we heard woo.
I take it as a good sign. They want to hear what we have to say.
What if why I'm seeing only Trump is maybe he's the last male.
So it's a female president?
Yeah.
I could see, what's her face, the one senator, Elizabeth Warren, running and being successful.
I don't know who that is.
I could also see Hillary taking a 3rd stab at it.
Yeah,
I don't think she would win, but I could see her.
She will never win.
She wasn't meant to.
God won't allow it. I mean, everybody thought she was going to win, and woo. Trump.
I'm going to have to watch when I go home to watch the background behind this. All the things I'm seeing.
Trump was anointed. Of course, he's going to win because God put him there. You can't over Trump God. I'm sorry, Trump. So we ready to say goodnight?
Everybody, I am very sleepy. I'd like to thank you for tuning in for 3 hours. I appreciate Christina's endorsement and her prediction. If you could please vote for me on May 16th for mayor of Johnston, I'd appreciate it. My friend Joe Taranto, who's my running mate, running for city council. Oh, I got all the likes. Thank you all.
I know. Yeah.
Dan Stonerook for city council. I'd like the opportunity to bring a change to the city, to this community. Win or lose, I'm going to continue. Oh, I look at all the love.
I know.
To fight for the common person. I'm going to be the outspoken activist. You are never going to get rid of me, win or lose.
He's not a politician.
I'm not. And I'll say the wrong thing, and I'm going to do the wrong thing, and I'm going to fight. I'm going to do the lawsuits. I'm going to try to stop the corruption. Thank you, Donna. So if it's possible, and you could make it a point to vote on May 16th, if you're a Republican, write me in for the Republican ballot. I'm a Democrat, but if I lose the Democratic primary, I'll try to keep fighting as a Republican. I'd like to be the Democratic nominee. I'd like the chance to make a difference. If you could please support that. There's so many people who are trying to stop me. The power elite, you've heard me mention their names. The Curios do not want to see an independent mayor in. I am not bought off. No one has control of me. You will get comments, you will get discussion, and you will get someone who is going to fight with everything they have. Whether I'm popular or not, I'm going to fight for the person. I don't care what the party says. I care about the people. No corporations backing me. No power brokers backing me. I'm following my own belief. And I hope you all continue to remember that. Please vote May 16th. Give us your chance to represent you. Joe and I have a lot of good ideas, and we want to bring them to you. And it warms my heart to see the hundreds of love marks I've just seen. Thank you all for watching us. If Christina would like to have me back,
Yeah.
I'll come back every Saturday, every Thursday, Friday, whatever. The election's not until May 16th. We'll talk about politics. Thank you all so much. I hope you've enjoyed hearing us rant for 3 hours. Please watch my talk show on Channel 21 Wednesday nights at 11 p.m. Please check out the Gay Life newsletter. Every day I post an Agony Ann column.
When are you putting me on your show, by the way? We have to reschedule.
As soon as I get the schedule, I'll bring Christina on as a guest. This was the longer version. And for everyone out there in Fairyland and School Block Land, and for my friends who are watching and my enemies who are watching, I thank all of you, because without the detractors, we don't get positive change. So please, whether you love me or hate me, trash me, praise me, talk about this on Facebook, because that's how we get real change. I don't mind taking my licks. I don't mind being trashed. I actually find a humor in it. I want you all to talk. I want you to trash. I want you to, and don't just challenge me. Challenge all your politicians. Even though I'm an activist, if I win, if I am mayor, I'm going to continue to fight with everything I have. And I think we should all be that way. So do yourself a favor, take an active interest in you, and on May 16th, do something in Johnstown that's never happened. Instead of having 1,522 people vote out of 20,000, which is outrageous, let's try to have 5,000 people vote. Let's send a message to our power elite that the common person in Johnstown, and if you vote for me, great, but if you don't, just vote for you. If they know you're going to vote, and there's going to be 5,000 people who vote in the primary, I guarantee you things will change in this community overnight, because they'll be so afraid that you're going to vote, you're going to show up, and you're going to take the power back to the people. So that's my message. I hope you've enjoyed watching us.
And he was nervous about me taking hits. I'm like,
I thought Christina's going to lose her business.
no, why? No, I have too many
I have
people
enemies.
that love me.
I have enemies.
I have too many people that love me. They know everything I'm about. They know the truth is here.
I love you
And the reason
too.
I endorse you is because I know you're sticking up
I'm
for
trying.
the people.
And even after the election, win or lose, I'm going to continue with the lawsuits. I want answers on the drug forfeiture account. I want an explanation and audit on the DUI account. I want the child development account, that fund from the county. I want that explained. And I do want to know how much money Bobby Akirio makes. I've sued for the information. I'm going to, and I love her too, by the way. I just saw the comments. I'm going to continue. You'll see me at school board meetings, commissioners meetings.
John, you know me. Like, I'm going to stick up for the people that are trying to make change. I'm not going to back anybody up that's trying to bully a town.
Nope.
Like,
and this town needs, Johnstown's the flood town. We've had so many floods in the last 100-some years. Johnstown's power is we've always come back. As a community, we support each other. We love each other. We need to go back to those values. We need to get our town working together, so we have to stop the fear. That's one of my goals. I can't promise you I'm going to be perfect. I'd like to create jobs. I want to see industry come back, get the drugs under control, sort out these accounts.
22.
Is that good?
That's my number.
Oh, 22. But thank you all so much for joining us. This video will be on Chrissy's page.
You can
Please
watch
share
it
it.
anytime.
I hope it creates some good publicity. And if you're watching and listening, we hope you're entertained. Thank you.
And if you go on my page and you can't find the video like later on next week or whatever, all my videos are in the video tab of my Facebook wall, so it's very easy to watch any of them. And then plus they go to YouTube. So
Yeah. Thank you all so much.
all right, guys.
Good night.
Night. Love ya.